Doo-doo. Alright. Start clicking all the things and stuff. Alright, let's get that going. Let's get this going. Make sure this is running the way it's supposed to. There we go. And then there we go. Oh. Why am I so far over there? There we go, that's better. Alright, let's go fucking chop trees. How much? 189. That is not a lot. Hopefully we can make that number much bigger. Okay, go on auto run. Do. And we go up. Oh. Oh, this is not where I wanted to be at all. It's where I wanted, I think where I wanted to be is above me. Yep. Well, fuck a doodle do. Okay. Time to aim for the bushes. Oh, I killed turkey, I think. God, why is this fucking area so easy to get turned the fuck around? I hate it. You know what, before we start hating our life, Shrine of the Wolf, let's see if we get lucky. And it looks like we don't have luck for shit. Because they are all fucking cut down. Okay, yep. Yep, every last damn one of them. God, this game would be so much less annoying if resources were client side. So much less annoying. Okay. Apparently there's a spot in Brightwood that's supposed to have a decent amount of trees. Yeah, you better lick my boost. Ah. You know what? This can be a proper moment to try how do I give powers? My beloved, talk in my kick chat so I can try and give you powers. Say things. Papa! Jesus? Who is this Jesus? Oh, it's Jesus. How do I only have options to put you in timeout or ban you. How do I give you powers? I don't know. That's okay. Woman! You stop that! Okay, I'll have to figure it out later. Okay. I'll figure it out for next stream. Oh, hey, there's some gold. You don't want these problems, Bear. Actually, you know what? I want you to want these problems because you have thick hide, and I want it. I want your thick hide. Hey, and you just gave me. Ooh. Damn, I might have to do some stuff with you later. Oh, ooh, there's more bears. You know what? I'm gonna kill your friends. Rude. No. I suppose I did just smack you with a warhammer, so I guess it's not completely rude. Alright. Show me trees of blue. I need trees of blue. These are green. Just leave. I'm in my own little world. Just leave me. How dare you not allow me to beat you with this hammer? How dare you have survival instincts, you stupid bear. They have really, really fucking good skinning XP, which is crazy. I didn't think they would... Shit, I'm just, yeah. I'm just gonna... No! It's not fair. You're mean. Kill beasts. Kill beasties. New season level 47. What are you mining over there? You just mining boulders? You just do it for the love of the game. Alright. Nothing wrong with that. But I want to fish. I don't want to fish. I want blue trees, and I also want to kill lots of bears. I would like to kill lots of bears because they give really good skinning XPs. I'm stuck on a fence post. I'm telling you, like when it gets to the point that I no longer need weirdwood trees, they're going to be fucking everywhere. I guarantee you, they will be everywhere. That's a big old orichalcum vein right there. I'm gonna go touch it. Go touch it. Excuse me, orichalcum vein. Do I have your consent to touch you? Mm-hmm. Silence is compliance. Hiya! Okay, the wife didn't give me the look of shame, so it must not have been too bad of a joke. That's how I know if my joke's a little too far. She just looks at me and just goes. She's my official, unofficial PR lady. Okay. What? What? What do you want?
Hello.
Uh-oh. Hello? That sounded like a phone mic. Are you alright?
Oh yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. It sounded like you answered from your phone, and I was like, uh-oh, that's not good.
Well, I am on my phone, but I'm perfectly fine. PC's fine. So.
Okay, well, normally when you call me from your phone, it's normally because your PC's shitting.
Oh no, if I did that and my PC was shitting, this would be a very different tone that I would have. Down, boy, down. So what are your plans with my daughter today?
I'm gonna trying to get a bunch of weird wood so I can make a bunch of weird wood bows and level up my engineering, and it's not going well.
Well, it is Weirdwood.
Yeah, because all the spots that I know about, so does everybody else.
It's almost like we're playing with like 2,000 people or something.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I've said the phrase, why can't it be client-side?
Because that would make it too easy and the player market would just fucking crash into the floor. Because the prices would be fucking dog shit though.
I swear to God, there's somebody, I'm having to fight a bunch of enemies, and somebody just showed up. Oh my God, I swear on everything, if you take my fucking trees, you cunt. He's... Oh, you are so lucky I'm streaming.
Well, I'm thinking about doing some mutations.
Alright, have fun with that.
Oh, you're not coming?
What do you have to do them for? So we got what we wanted, and it doesn't reset until tomorrow.
I realized that I wasn't that far off. The dense mutator materia. So if I just do like 700 more worth of materia,
I
could
thought you said
craft
700 more runs. I was gonna tell you to go fuck yourself.
In what world would I ask you to do 700
I
runs?
I was just gonna go ahead and let you know what the response would be. Holy shit.
In what would even take 700 runs?
I don't. My glacial Tarn armor.
Well,
The armor
no,
that you got and
it
didn't
wouldn't.
want, and the armor that I wanted and didn't get. That one.
I mean, I'll use it if I become a tank.
Which will never happen, ever.
Yeah, because you play the game with me constantly, so there's no reason.
Oh my god, look at the size of that. Oh, look at the size of the tree. It's so beautiful. Ah! The wolves are eating my ass. Stop. Stop it. It's an exit only. Get off me. Hiya!
But I go from there. Not right now, you don't.
Alrighty. Get off me. Ah! Good look, but you can't touch. I'm a married man. Hiya! But yeah, there's Weirdwood bows that take 100 engineering to craft, so they give pretty good experience. But they take Weirdwood planks.
Yeah. I've been stockpiling those for when I started making shit.
You wanna give me some?
And then I stopped making them because I realized that every other category besides engineering doesn't require that high of a tier of plank to make.
You wanna give me some?
Not really, because I'm sure my engineering's lower than yours.
No. You don't need engineering. You already bought mithril tools.
But I need engineering for other stuff.
Like what?
Like materials for matrices. Probably. Virtuoso instruments.
You're not gonna make your own instruments. You're just gonna go into the faction and buy the instruments in there.
I have not seen an instrument in the faction store.
Then you're not far enough into the faction. Because there is
I'm
very
like one rank from max.
then it's in the max tree.
I just haven't seen instruments. Unless you did a quest that unlocks that for you. That'd be kind of weird though.
The only quest that involves instruments is the one you do to get all of the base instruments.
Yeah, I didn't do that because I did oh fuck, what was it? I did the event and it gave me like a green version of every instrument.
That's literally what the quest does, so you'd still be fine. Fuck off.
Yeah, let me see.
I'm pretty sure there's like a drum or something in there. I'm pretty sure I saw that.
Oh, well, I have a good drum. The drum's the only one that I've upgraded. Because people were selling maxed out ones for like 500 gold for whatever reason. And I was just like, I'm gonna take that.
The drum is a horse cosmetic? Okay, never mind then.
Oh! Yeah, the primal drum? Yeah, these are horse cosmetics.
It doesn't say they're a horse cosmetic, it just says it's a fucking drum.
This primal drum can be attached to the side of your mount.
So it said primal drum. I was like, okay, it's a fucking drum.
Because it's a drum, powder horn, a shield, and then another shield, and then another shield, and then a flag.
Yes, because
With the
that's
marauder.
yeah, because that's what I need on the side of my horse's ass is a fucking shield.
Why not?
Because it's useless, because the horse can't exist in combat. You get shot by 2 arrows and it disappears anyway, so fuck it. Protect your horse's ass? No. No, we're not.
It doesn't even protect its ass. It's on the side of it. It's like a Diablo attachment.
It's in my pocket. Which pocket? My back pocket. Which one? Left cheek. Left cheek. Quick, Kirito, name that movie that you've probably never seen because you suck.
That sounds familiar. I've never seen it. Can't place it though.
You upset me.
You know how this goes, like most of the time.
Give you a hint. It's a movie series by Michael Bay with large robots.
There's no fucking way it is.
What's your guess?
Which one?
It's the first one.
Oh god, that just shows how long I. Well, then again, I only watched it like once, maybe twice.
Probably won't be home until like 4:30. Ah, well, I'm not playing Spike with Devin tonight. All right, answer this call. I can find more rune wood than I can fucking weird wood. God, this is fucking annoying.
I was trying not to bother Devin with the call.
Oh, well.
Well, what?
Turner said he was trying to not bother Devin with group calls, and I was like, well, whoops.
Too late.
That's fine. I still didn't do it. You did. It's okay.
What in the fuck?
What the hell?
It's either a phone call or an alarm.
A phone call. We're looking at a place, so I did the whole VA loan thing, and it wasn't enough, and I've been ignoring them, and they don't like it.
Oh, the
like,
the VA loan wasn't enough to get the place you were looking at?
Yeah. I would, because you can't have somebody co-sign unless they're a spouse or also a veteran on a veteran's loan. So,
I actually didn't know that.
yeah, well, I didn't know that either. Now we do. Yeah, so if you get a veteran's loan, because the whole thing about the veteran loan is that you don't need a down payment.
Yeah.
So you can have a non-veteran cosign, but then you need a larger down payment than just a regular loan. But veterans loans are usually easy to get approved.
No, don't stop. No, I don't want the wolf. No.
And then they're like, well, we approved you for 250K. And I was like, okay, that's nice. Have you seen the market? I already own a shoebox. I don't need a second.
Yeah, you gonna have to double that.
Yeah, literally. Well, I was looking for
Literally
350,
double it, yeah.
but
Damn, good thing I don't live in Texas. Jesus Christ.
Texas is cheap.
It is. It actually is.
Maybe,
It's why my parents moved here.
maybe I just have low house standards. Maybe that's what it is.
If you're comparing it to Slovenian prices, maybe.
No,
but in America-
I'm comparing it to Winston-Salem, North Carolina house prices, because
From
there
how
was
long ago?
6 months to a year. Doesn't feel like that long, but maybe it is. I don't know. I don't know how much the market changes. I don't know shit about real estate.
I don't know either, but at work the guy took a shit yesterday for 10 minutes and I thought he was gone for an hour. So it's possible that it felt like 6 months to a year, but it was like 3. I don't know what your sense of time is like. I don't have any.
Well, there
I have
was
no
there
sense
was
of
a
time.
point when me and Sandra were still looking at houses in North Carolina because America was still an option before all political nonsense was afoot.
The
And we were
only
looking
nonsense
in-
is ICE exists. You need to get rid of alphabet agencies and it'll be fine.
And we
Unfortunately,
were
still have a
looking
government.
in Winston-Salem because that's one of the places she really liked, and we found some decent houses that didn't feel like a fucking arm and a leg. But then
So-
again, like my standards might just be in the floorboards.
Well, so thanks to Elon Musk, Texas is now almost as expensive as fucking California. Because
Oh,
of that
that's- well-
fucking lizard man. When he brought Tesla over, all the fucking retarded ass Californians came over and then literally bought all of Texas up, and then jacked the prices to just insane levels.
Awesome.
So at least Texas, I don't know about all of the South. I would buy anything in the South for like $10 because that's all this part of the country is worth. But the North is actually getting incredibly cheap recently. They used to they moved to Texas because it's Texas. It's a cheap shithole. So they moved down here because things were above average up in Wisconsin, but you could literally buy a house for $25 and a blowjob down here. So recently, because of all the shit that's going on down here, Wisconsin's been actually. I keep an eye on Wisconsin prices, and it's getting pretty affordable up there.
my man about to move back to the house.
Bro,
Bro, I've been wanting to move back to Wisconsin since before I got out of the army. I just can't afford to live alone.
Be like that.
Neither can. My mom technically can, but not with these property taxes skyrocketing. Which I think they should be going down for the first time in years, because fucking Biden's gone, thankfully. I know you talk a lot of shit, and you have full reason to why. But I was literally talking to my parents about how they felt about Trump, and they're like, they're the best president we've had in 40 years. Both my parents were like, dude, life was good when we had Trump.
This is about all I'm gonna say when it comes to me actually being serious about politics. I didn't live through his presidency, so I have no fucking idea, because I was not there.
Yeah,
so,
that's
so
why
I
asked.
can't.
That's why
I can't say anything. I wasn't there for either of Trump's presidencies, and I wasn't there for Biden's presidency. So they're like, "What do you feel about the president?" I was like, "I wasn't there, so my knowledge of the president is through a phone. I don't actually know."
Yeah, that's why I asked. I was like, "What do you guys actually think about Trump?" They're like, "Oh, dude, he's the best president we've had in our lifetime." I was like, he's like, dude, life was actually really good under Trump, and then Biden managed to not only destroy it, but regress. They're like, it was okay. They're like, it was okay. Trump, things were actually pretty solid, and then Biden undid everything he did and made it worse. I will agree though that well, that's because I'm me. But we've actually, since he took an office again, they've made some pretty good progress against the ATF, against their dumbass fucking laws. And there's been some progress in trying to take power away from the three-letter agencies. Because the three-letter agencies have gone unchecked. Sorry, we're in New World, we have to talk politics. They've had no oversight for so long because they literally are not allowed to create laws, and the ATF is one of the big ones who's just been making up laws along the way, and they can't do that.
I'm gonna be that ignorant guy who has no idea what the ATF even fucking does. Literally have no
ATF
idea what
is
they are.
Oh, they do all the like gun laws and shit. They're like enforce them.
Oh, okay. About to say,
So
explain it to me
the
like
ATF
I'm 4.
and the NFA. It's like ATF and the NFA. They do all that. The ATF likes to break into people's house, the wrong people's houses, to try to take their guns away and then shoot their dogs. That's pretty much all the ATF does.
Oh, I feel like I heard about that at one point.
Yeah.
I actually feel like now that you bring that up, that I think I've heard about a news story where that happened.
Yeah, it's 100% a thing.
Oh,
that happened.
All right.
Also, stuff like suppressors, which is suppressors are you need to pay taxes and get government approval to have a suppressor, because everyone thinks that suppressors are from John Wick and you can literally just walk past somebody in a crowded New York street and shoot them and no one will hear it.
That is not. That is not.
Even though I believe that everyone should have suppressors because they are literally a safety device. They reduce the noise to a more reasonable level of firearms so that, like, they're safety equipment. If you're shooting a gun, like, especially like self-defense, say something crazy happens and you're in your house, you don't blow your fucking eardrums out. Most people still wear hearing protections even with a suppressor because it's still fucking loud. But they do a lot of the enforcement on the suppressor.
I don't want to be that guy, but when it comes to when it comes to like home defense, like, brother, what the fuck are you guarding your home with?
A gun?
Yeah, but I'm like, dude, you know how much shit we've shot without hearing protection? Like, brother, what are you shooting? A cannon?
Do you know how much hearing loss I have in one of my ears because we've shot shit without hearing protection? Have you shot a gun indoors without hearing protection? It's way louder than outside.
I mean, I've never always just had shit hearing, so maybe I just didn't notice.
Maybe, but it's way, like, if I go outside and shoot a gun without hearing protection, it'll take me 30 rounds, but my ears are ringing. One or two rounds indoors, your ears are ringing.
But this is also coming from the guy who I did shoot houses with cigarette butts for Ear Pro, so maybe I'm not the best. Maybe I'm not the best fucking guy.
Scare him away?
Scare who?
I didn't mean to rant. Did I scare Kirito? Did he hear guns and run?
No, he was on his phone. I'm assuming he's switching over to his PC. So, let's say maybe I've just had shit ears the entire time, because I cannot tell you how many times I've been doing shit and my ear pro would just fall out and I didn't have time to give a shit.
Oh yeah, so when I didn't have my left ear pro in for a 240 on blinks, I almost couldn't hear out of my left ear for probably 3 days. One round indoors makes my fucking ears ring for like an hour and a half. Like,
I was about to say there was a gunnery where my RWS was fucked up, so I had to free gun for the entirety of gunnery, and my ear pro fell out during one of my lanes, and so it sounded like everything was underwater for like a day and a half.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole point of wearing ear pro, is that doesn't happen. Well, suppressors lower the decibels to a more reasonable volume. So if you had to shoot, if something happened, like in general, even if you go to a range and your profile out, at least you're not gonna fucking just destroy your fucking hearing. Because your ears, once those cilia or the cilia attached to the cochlea, once they die, they don't come back.
Yeah, they're just gone.
They're just dead. Like they can, like when they actually die, they can get like tired, and that's like when you go to a concert and the next like day your hearing's muffled,
Yeah, it's all
but
muffled.
then your hearing comes back.
Yeah, but if,
But
if they're gone, they're fucking gone, and now you're just
Yeah.
deaf.
But the ATF is like, it's more dangerous. So you make
In what world?
the reason why you can't make a handguns, you need to be 21, is because they're concealable. Concealability can make something more dangerous. When you add 4 to 5 inches to a fucking barrel, it makes it harder to conceal.
It makes it much harder to conceal.
It makes it quieter, but it's still loud.
I was about to say, it's not like fucking John Wick. It's like a pew. That's not.
You
no.
have to use.
Yeah, it doesn't
you have-
turn into a blow dart gun.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you
like,
have to use subsonic rounds.
And
If you're
this
using
is coming
subsonic
from
rounds-
someone who does not know fuck all about guns. That's not how suppressors work. They don't.
Goods-
They get quieter. They don't turn into a fucking blow dart from the jungles of Brazil.
I think they usually drop around like 85, 95 decibels, which is still hearing damaging.
Yeah, like it's still loud. It's just nowhere near as loud.
It goes from it's like really loud to like blasting music in your car, like levels of decibels.
Yeah, which is a big difference, but it's still
So,
like your ears are
The
fucked.
ATF is the alcohol, tobacco, firearms, and explosives. And
Oh,
they
that's
just
what that
kinda-
stands for.
Yeah,
Okay.
alcohol, tobacco, or alcohol,
Yeah, alcohol, tobacco, and
tobacco, and
firearms.
firearms. Yeah, they regulate and
America.
manage all that shit, but they create fucking. They've been
Roadhouse.
creating laws, but they do not have the ability to create laws, which is why we're trying to get shit overturned.
Wait,
Because they
they
offer.
create laws, but they don't have the authority to create laws.
Yes. That's been like a
Um,
major issue. Is a lot of the 3-letter agencies like you have 100% right to be like, I don't want to bring my family to America right now, but most of the shit that's happening is being worked on under Trump because those are ICE laws, not his like American laws.
Oh yeah, like I've already seen like 2 or 3 like governmental press conferences where like this chick, I think she's like one of the heads of ICE, was just getting like completely torn to fucking shit because she was just making up shit.
Yeah.
And like this dude was like, you don't speak for Congress, you don't make your laws, you don't say what you can and can't do. Congress does that. And what you're doing is you are completely overstepping Congress to do whatever the fuck you want to do. And I'm like, that kind of feels like that's grounds to just start terminating people and possibly put them in jail. Because
Yeah.
you're
And if I'm
literally
not mistaken-
overstepping
Yeah.
the reason
Yeah.
our government works.
If I'm not mistaken, this all started under Reagan.
Well, apparently, from what I've been learning over the past few years, a lot of shit that I had no idea was a thing started under Reagan.
Yeah.
Apparently, he was a lot worse for
it's-
president than I thought he was.
Yeah, it's kind of as people either learn or find out more, or information gets spread a little bit more, people are realizing that everything that's like America has the last probably 20 years of any issues we've had started under Reagan.
Yeah, like Reagan Bush time frame, and then it just kind of survived until now.
Smash.
Yeah. Hey, Reagan smashed. He sure did. But
That's some
but
cool
it's
armor.
like it's just shit from like that era is still around, and now it's finally getting looked at. Like, what the fuck is going on in here? But
It's crazy. It's crazy.
yeah, like if ICE wasn't a thing, then we'd be having much more serious conversations. because then I wouldn't be bringing my family into such an unstable environment.
Like moving here, probably not. Like visiting, you'd probably be fine. Because a lot of the issues, like, aren't just like, hey, we're in town for a week. You know, it's people that are like legitimately trying to live in America.
Yeah.
Like, you'd probably be fine just visiting, but moving back here.
If the
I would wait 3 years and see what happens in the next presidency.
if the education system wasn't so different, because like here she is a registered nurse, she is an RN. Over in America, her degree equates to like a nurse's assistant, I think.
Yeah.
So she would have like very much a step down. So, but like she would just have to go back to school for like 6 months to maybe a year, and then be like, hey, can I just take your fucking exams? And if she passes all of them, then they go, okay, yep, you're an RN. Cool.
I'm usually the first person to be like, oh yeah, Germany runs way better than America.
Yeah,
Germans
runs...
have no right. I'm the first person to fucking shit on America, but I'm also the first person to be like, you're not American, shut the fuck up.
Like, somebody was
to do that shit to Toddis all the time. She'd be like, yo, but America. I'm like, you're not fucking American,
You're not
shut
fucking
up.
American.
You don't get it. Because they love watching American politics over there for some reason.
Oh, because
Germans love American politics.
So no, that's just Europe as a whole.
Is it
like
Europe?
Yes, that is Europe as a whole. They literally put on American politics with a bowl of popcorn and just watch it, because in America, in Europe,
Yeah.
American politics is damn near a sitcom to these people.
Oh.
Because
it's a joke to us too.
Well,
but we have
yeah,
to live here.
it's a joke to us too, but it's slightly less. Whereas over here, a lot of the shit that makes sense to us does not fucking make sense to them. But also, there's shit that makes sense to them that I'm like, what the fuck? Like, okay, like for example, when I first moved here, like Sandra was talking about how they have a really bad unemployment problem. I was like, okay. And then she was talking about people being on like disability and like benefit from the government. And I was like, okay. And she was like, so the minimum wage here in Slovenia is 900 euro a month. That is minimum wage. If you live off of the government, you get 700 euro a month. Now, on top of that, your rent is cut in half, your light, water, and trash are cut in half, and you pay less money for groceries because you live off the government. And she told me that, and I was like, why the fuck would you ever get a job? Like, of course you have an unemployment problem. Why the fuck would these people ever go to work? They're living the dream. You tell them, my rent's cut in half, my lights, my water are cut in half, my internet's cut in half, my trash is free. I fucked that part up. Trash is actually free. I was like, I get money for groceries.
Euro less than
yeah,
minimum
I
wage.
get money for groceries, and I get 200 less than minimum wage. Why the fuck would I get a job? And I was like, that's how you fix your first problem. You need to lower that shit. That's too high. I was like, because the benefits you get on top of that make that 200 euro difference dis-a-fucking-peer.
Yeah.
I was like, no wonder there's nobody working. I wouldn't work either.
If you could live off of minimum wage, then you're living better than minimum wage off the government. Because
Yes.
rent itself would be more than that 200 euro.
So
A half rent.
in Slovenia,
That would cover my grocery for a month.
in Slovenia, you technically can, it is possible to live off minimum wage, and I don't mean that as like the grumpy old fuckers in America that like minimum wage is livable. No, not that kind of livable. I mean it's actually doable if you budget properly. Is it a lavish lifestyle? Absolutely fucking not. Is it doable? Yes.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
but if
say if you budget and have no money except necessities, or you have a little bit of play money.
Oh, not a lot of play money, but you do have a little.
Yeah, so
You do have a
if
little.
900 euro is doable,
It is.
with a little bit spare, it's doable, it's fine, you're not freaking out every goddamn day. And then 700 euro with half rent, half utilities, half food,
Yeah.
so you're living better than minimum wage.
Yeah, exactly. I literally looked at her and I was like, why the fuck would you ever get a job? I was like, what? I was like, these people, of course they're not gonna work. They're living the dream. And then, like, you know, okay, this is where I need to watch what I say, because this is where I start to get annoyed. But then you have people that come over from, like Albania, for an example. Kirito, shut up.
There he goes again.
Shut up.
The
But
Albanian.
so here in Slovenia, specifically Slovenia, because I don't know how the other surrounding European countries, if they work the same. In Slovenia, if you have more than 4 or 5 children, you don't. Thank you, honey. 5 children. 5 children or more, you don't have to work. The government pays you.
She heard Albania and she's like, I'm gonna help this motherfucker spit.
I literally
4 or
looked out
5
my
is
door
fine.
and she just held up the number 5. Because she knew exactly what I was talking about. If you have 5 kids or more, you technically are paid like a full-time pension by the government. Because with that many kids, you are seen as a full-time job is you being a mom. So, you have people that come over, get their citizenship, and then bring their wife and 87 children over, and then their wife doesn't have to work because she's considered a full-time mother, and then the dude just doesn't work, and then gets his fucking unemployment shit from the government, and then they live like a goddamn doctor.
This is why we should get rid of all governments. What are you gonna do now?
So to the people that are like America is stupid, I was like, that stupidity is not just in America, it's the world. There is stupid shit everywhere. It's even more fucking stupid when those people come over and then they commit sexual assault and all they do is get kicked out of the country. Nothing else happens to them. But anyway.
Well, at least the Afghanis hang their sexual assaulters.
Oh yeah, yeah, fucking in the majority of Europe, they get a fine and they get kicked out of the country and they can't come back. That's it. Yeah, which is also why, I don't know, you guys probably didn't hear about this, but that's also why in Northern Ireland, a bunch of Irish people set part of a town on fire.
As Irish people do.
Wasn't it like a revolt or something?
So basically what happened is immigrants from the Middle East were living in that section of town, and they raped and sexually assaulted a local woman, and the government didn't really do anything about it. Like they were getting fined and were probably gonna get like kicked out of the country, but that's all that was gonna happen to them. So the Irish burned down their houses and they died. Because the government wasn't gonna actually do anything to protect the Irish people that they govern. So the Irish people said, fuck this, where's the Molotov cocktail? And they burnt down like 4 houses. So yeah. It's not just the States, everybody. The world is kind of shitty everywhere you go. So
Yeah, the
be
States
nice.
are just louder than
But
everybody
yeah,
else.
it's just like the States are the loud part of the crowd, but they're not the whole fucking crowd. It's a big motherfucking crowd. It's just you're only hearing that one.
It's like being on Reddit.
Because our president said that we had a national safety emergency because the Capitol didn't look nice. Yes.
Wait, what?
Yes. He had a press conference where he said we had a national safety emergency because the Capitol's roads were shitty and there was graffiti everywhere. And I was just like, maybe.
Well, bad
maybe-
roads are a safety hazard.
Yes, yes, they are. I don't know if it's as detrimental as he made it out to be, but they are a safety hazard. But it's like you're in fucking Washington D.C. Do you not have the money to fix the goddamn roads?
No, America doesn't have any money.
Well, that's what happens when
We're
you're fucking
trillions in
several
debt.
trillion dollars.
Look, that was Reagan's fault. Reagan
Yeah.
got rid of the gold standard.
Reagan got rid of a lot of
And-
shit.
Reagan got rid of the gold standard and started the debt system.
And just.
A gold vein. Okay, that's gonna take way too long to mine. Ford now. What the fuck is with these queues?
But yeah,
5
so
fucking
like,
minutes for an Ennead?
but like,
Bullshit.
like me and Sandra, we've been talking about moving out of Slovenia, and we were discussing moving to America, and we were also discussing moving to Ireland, specifically Southern Ireland, or the Republic of Ireland, as it's
I
called.
was gonna say the actual Irish part,
Yeah, bro, have
not the
you
disgruntled English.
have you looked at a map of how small Northern Ireland is compared to the rest of actual Ireland? It is fucking hilariously small.
Yeah.
It is hilariously small. Like, literally 80 to 85% of that fucking country is the Republic of Ireland. And then you have this teeny tiny part in the top right corner that is Northern Ireland, and the rest of it is just the Republic of Ireland.
Yeah, and it's separated by a non-marked fucking highway that just snakes in and out of Northern Ireland.
Yep.
So you're just constantly entering and leaving.
Yep, you're just constantly
Northern.
entering and leaving Northern Ireland. Because, Ireland basically was just like, we don't want to be part of the UK anymore, fuck these people. And so they had a
No
national vote, and,
no.
yeah. And, like, 85% of the country said, we want to leave the UK. And
They've
the other...
had that vote like 2 or 3 times in the past 15 years.
Brother, they've, Ireland hates the
Yeah,
British.
but the last time it happened, it almost they almost conjoined.
So, yeah, like 85% of Ireland is the Republic of Ireland, and then you have a teeny tiny part that is just called Northern Ireland. And that's the part that's still part of the UK. Because the UK, if you didn't know, left the EU. If I'm not mistaken. That was the whole fucking Brexit thing, was the UK was like leaving the EU, and the majority of Ireland did not want to do that. So they stayed in the EU, which also made them leave the UK, And the Republic of Ireland, life is way better than Northern Ireland because the UK is very much lenient on a lot of shit, which is why immigrants are getting their houses burned down. New world politics.
Yeah. I'm about to get bored waiting for this cue to pop.
In other Slovenian news, we're having a doctor shortage because apparently making $5 a month when minimum wage is 900 isn't enough money.
What?
Yep, welcome to the shit show. Glad you think it's fucking stupid too.
$5 grand?
Minimum wage is 900 euro a month. Doctors get $5 a month, and there was a massive strike because they said they weren't making enough money. I also want to point out that this is in
$5 a month for me is barely getting by. So
I will
I'll take it.
This is also how I will say that this is in a country where I could make more than a paramedic who saves lives by stocking shelves at a grocery store.
Well, that's super important. Like,
oh yeah.
How else are you gonna get your can of ravioli?
You know what? You're right.
yeah, like you're gonna go in the back and grab it yourself.
What the fuck was I
Like,
thinking?
come on. That's the convenience fee. You're like, look, I can either put this stuff on the shelf or you're gonna have to wander around in the fucking storage area and find it.
Could you imagine if that's how stores work? Just go in the back and find it.
Yeah, so it's super important to make sure that the people stocking shelves makes an assload of money.
It's
just science.
It doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand. I fucking don't.
That's why I just read articles about why the Earth is flat, and then read the counter articles about why it's round. So much better. Much better use of my life.
Did you see the fucking dumbass flat Earth scientists that did an experiment to show that the Earth was flat, and they accidentally proved that it had a curve? And I was like, congratulations, you're an idiot squared.
Now, perhaps they were just on terrain. You ever thought about that, Spencer? That maybe that the land they were standing on wasn't completely flat?
Don't start with me.
I'm just saying.
Shut up!
You know about micro-terrain more than the average person.
I do,
Perhaps they were accidentally standing on some. You know if you stand in one spot and stand like 3 miles away, it's not going to be flat. And their experiment literally needed micro-terrain to never exist.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Just saying.
That was the problem.
I just want you to prove space is real.
Go out into the middle of the ocean where there's no lights and look up.
Yeah, but the firmament.
You will literally see arms of the Milky Way galaxy that we are in.
No one's denied that you can see that.
But that means space is real.
No, you can't go there. It's more like pictures. I have space on my wall right now. It's a little projector. There's just a man with a projector on top of a building shooting it up there.
If Katy Perry can do it, I feel like there's hope for us all.
You think Katy Perry went to space? Oh, you're one of those people.
Okay,
I bet you trust the government too.
Upper atmosphere.
I bet you trust the government too.
No, I don't. I can't tell you how many fucking conspiracies I have talked to Sandra about. She's like, you believe they did that? I was like, abso-fucking-lutely I do.
No, my favorite thing is, one, gravity is a theory and it's never been proved. And the only evidence
so Sir Isaac
the...
Newton just was a fucking idiot?
Yes. No, it's the theory of gravity. It's a theory. It's magic space stuff. Gravity exists because things are so large that it bends reality, and that creates gravity. It is magic, or it is space magic, theoretical space magic. So we have yet to be able to prove gravity because it relies on things that we can't touch and see and test. We can't really do that. And the only evidence we have that of a spherical Earth comes from being in space. If you trust the government, then yeah, that logically makes sense. If you don't trust the government, then you can't trust that we've actually been to space.
Okay, listen.
It's beautiful. I love it. This is why I love it, because there's no hard facts unless you trust the government.
I trust that
amazing.
they've got some things correct. Do I trust they're out here batting 1,000? Fuck no.
Why is the only treaty to never be broken in the history of treaties the Antarctic Treaty?
Oh wait, is that the one where like fucking like Antarctica is like a fucking neutral territory that nobody fights over? Is that what it is?
Because it is. Because it is. Yes. Because that's where the ice wall thing comes from. Because the only things in
Oh my
Antarctica
God, the
besides
fucking ice wall.
penguins,
Here we go.
yeah, besides penguins and research bases. So if you look at bases in Antarctica, there's a lot of research bases, but also a fucking metric fuck ton of military bases from countries all around the fucking Earth.
You're telling me that I can join the military and get stationed in fucking Antarctica?
Well, no, not just the regular military, because that's
Okay.
some super secret black ops shit, dude.
Could you? Okay, I'm sorry, but can you just
can't
imagine?
trust soldiers not to post shit on Facebook. You think they're just gonna send random dudes to Antarctica?
I'm sorry, but can you imagine that you're just like, I'm a black ops special ops soldier. Where am I going? Antarctica. Fuck you.
Yeah, to guard against the things trying to get us over the ice wall.
God, I know it's a bit, but it's starting to feel like it's not a bit. It's starting to make me mad.
I love it. It's so much fun because it actually, when you start comparing Norse mythology with the Bible into modern day flat Earth beliefs, they all line up. And you're like, maybe we are the ones wrong. You telling me thousands of years of people's beliefs are just wrong?
Okay, you know what?
Perhaps.
This is where I'm going to go. That there's an English comedian whose name I cannot it's like Gavin something. And
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He's a very like outspoken atheist. Well, I mean probably. But he's he's a very outspoken atheist. Very much outspoken atheist. And I don't understand why, but every single motherfucking person that ever has him on like a talk show or in an interview has to bring up his fucking atheism like it's the most interesting thing about him as a person. But anyway, moving on. But they were like, why don't you believe in God? Why are you an atheist or whatever? And he was just like, you can believe in whatever you want to believe. Just don't tell me that I have to. And they're like, why are you an atheist? And he was like, I want you to take all the science books in the entire world and burn them. In a couple centuries or so, those books will return exactly the way they are now because it's science. You take every religious book and you burn all of them. They will all be fucking different. I was like, that's fair.
That is fair.
And he was like, you can't prove it doesn't exist. And he was like, you can't prove that it does. So shut up.
That's my favorite thing is like people are like, I love reading the comments. I just love it. I adore it. I just love reading the comments on these videos or pictures or posts. And then I just look over at like Joseph at work. I'm just like, why don't they just send us to space? And you're like, what? And I'm like, why don't we just send flat earthers to space? We can send Katy Perry, but we can't spend someone who's dedicated 20 years of their life to proving the Earth is flat to space.
Yeah, send them to space so they can
just
physically see the curvature of the Earth with their own fucking eyeballs. I feel like
Like,
that's
not even
the
just the
easiest
curvature.
way to prove,
Like-
like, it's flat. Go in this fucking spaceship and you're gonna see that it's fucking round.
Yeah.
So we don't have
There
the
you go.
money.
That's a. I'm just like, why don't we just send these guys to space? It's done. Problem solved. Okay, my tank sucks balls.
But it's like I love watching videos of people that like compare different religions to each other, and it's just like, oh my god, all the similarities, and it's just like, yeah, wow, crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's almost like at one point we were all one people that came from one place, and during the Great Migration, they brought their own beliefs with them, and they changed over years, but they all come from one place.
No.
Crazy.
No.
Crazy. But they all talk about a time before the moon existed.
Yeah.
Most of them do have talk about a time before the moon was in place.
Well, I mean, that could also be argued to where there was just a bunch of shit in the sky and you couldn't see the moon.
Oh, so across like 3 or 4 different societies that lived around the same time, like on the known world, and some of them who would not have had contact with each other. There's writings about everybody everything just being covered in like a mist. Like there was just not a lot of anything, and everything was covered in mist. And then one day, this giant thing shows up in the sky, and the mist cleared, and the world as we know it starts to happen, the tides and all that good stuff. So, I think the moon is actually a terraforming device.
Wait, I'm sorry, you think
the
the moon
moon-
is what?
A terraforming device. So the idea of terraforming is like, hey, we could manage to take a planet and change it to livable, and we could live on any planet. So what brought the moon so they can live here?
Aliens.
Yeah, the lizard people. We know them as a government.
We know them as the government.
We all think that whoever fucking is in charge of Facebook is a lizard person.
Oh,
Maybe
fucking,
they brought-
Mark
Mark invented the
Zuckerberg.
Facebook. You can't think of who invented the
Yeah,
Facebook.
there it is. That's some tinfoil hat shit.
Well, the term conspiracy theory was actually coined by the CIA. So
Of course it
the
was.
CIA called people conspiracy theorists, and then the conspiracy theorists got a negative connotation to it, which means if anybody says something, they're like, well, that's a conspiracy theory, and it must be a negative thing. But
Well,
gravity was a conspiracy theory before it was mathematically probable.
I honestly think
Every
it's
genius
just
has
like,
a touch of madness in them.
yeah, like the CIA is like, these are conspiracy theorists. They don't trust the government. They're insane. And it's like, that's exactly what you would say if what they were saying was real.
Exactly.
You would instantly
Exactly.
try to like
And who
defame
was
and
the first
deprove these
people?
people.
Who was the first people to start a campaign against flat earthers? The government.
The government.
Just saying. Just saying. My philosophy is believe nothing, trust nothing. Question everything. This guy just started up the boss by himself.
Why do you believe
Nobody was
conspiracy-
in the room with him.
Why do you believe in conspiracy theories? Look up the melting point of steel beams.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna get SWAT teamed. That's all I'm gonna say. It's just do a little research. Go look
It's-
up how hot jet fuel burns, and then go look what it takes to Melt steel.
Like,
Just
I have a guy I work
on
with
your
that, like, loves Alex Jones. He's like a massive Alex. He watches
Like, we're in the
everything Alex
Frogs
Jones
game.
is- Yeah, he watches everything Alex Jones ever puts out, is going to put out. Like, he watches Alex Jones, like, weekly TV show. Like, he loves Alex Jones. And I'm like, why do you love Alex Jones? He's like, well, he speaks the truth and the government won't let him, blah, blah, blah.
Brother.
But he's always trying to warn us about the New World Order. The, you know, secretive clan that, like, runs the world. And I'm like,
The Illuminati.
yeah, and I'm like, you know, Alex Jones is part of the New World Order, right? And he's like, what? No, he speaks out against them.
No, it
And
doesn't.
I'm like, you do know that if I was a secret, all-controlling, like, agencies, what I would do is I would have a person go out there to tell everyone all of our secrets, but this person is the most hated person and everyone despises him. So he's telling the
So
truth.
everyone's gonna
but
think it's
because it comes-
bullshit.
Everyone thinks it's bullshit and immediately discards everything he says. So now nobody is listening, and I can do whatever I want for free. And the people who do listen to him and like follow him, they're also labeled as psychotic crackpots.
Yeah, because
So-
they're following and believing a person who has been deemed like completely like wrong.
Yeah. So of course he's not going to get any traction. The traction he do get doesn't matter. And I'm like, even then, because he's like, well, Alex Jones is always like calling for the rise up against the government. And I'm like, cool. Like, that's awesome because now I've just separated my fucking base. So I've got a bunch of people who think you guys are batshit insane and can't be trusted. And then I've got you guys who are a much smaller group believing in everything he says. So when you do rise up and fight them, I don't have to deal with everyone. I just have to deal with a very small suspect or like of people. And when I fucking crush you into the ground and eat your bone marrow, nobody's gonna fuck with me again. And he's like, no, that can't be true. I'm like, you just can't. You can't see the truth,
like,
man.
Like you just like you can't. You're so into your own like way of thinking that you can't process a possibility that it's all just an elaborate con.
He can believe in a secret society controlling the world's actions, but he can't believe that Alex Jones is part of them. And I explained to him, like, literally how, like, in a better way than I just explained it to you. That I'm like, he's the perfect.
That's such a
I want to
leap.
keep. If I want to keep my activity secret, I just have somebody that nobody will ever believe tell everyone what I'm up to, and now no one will believe I'll
And now
ever do it.
no one will believe. So when people
like-
say that I'm doing this, no
Yeah.
one fucking believes you.
They're like, oh, he's doing this, and everyone's like, no, what? Dude, that's impossible, especially coming from you. Like, if Sweeney tried to tell everybody I stole that peck, no one would believe him, even if I stole that peck. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah,
That's the
nobody.
situation we're talking
No
about here.
fucking body.
I could have stole that peck. And then Sweeney could have been like, yeah, it was Turner. I saw him with it. Everyone would be like, shut the fuck up, dude.
Nope, nobody would have fucking
Like,
believed
he's
him.
stupid.
Not
now.
a
He's
soul.
over there trying not to murder people right now because he hasn't had a cigarette in like a month. And you're ruining his, like, quitting. Why would he put himself through this? He doesn't even want to be here, let alone be stuck at work for 18 straight hours.
Oh my
And I'm over
God.
there like, yes, the master plan is coming together.
It's
And he cannot, he's like, no, Alex Jones just, he's trying to speak out against the truth. He's trying to help us. I'm like, you're a fucking sheep. You're the worst type of sheep.
You're the worst type.
You're the sheep
Like,
who doesn't
you-
know he's a sheep.
Like you believe in the farm, but don't believe that the farmer's running it.
Yeah, exactly. Because he's the type of person who was like, people actually believe this stuff. Those fucking sheep. And I'm like, don't you get all your information from Alex Jones? And you don't question him?
Like,
And he's like,
fucking-
yeah, because Alex Jones is right. I'm like, well, you're a sheep
Like,
for a different farm.
that
You're a sheep for a different shepherd.
You're a sheep for a different farm, but you're still a sheep.
You know what the problem is? I was like, Zach, there's multiple farms, but they're owned by one person. They just have different shepherds. But you just think your farm is better than the other ones.
You think you're on the right farm?
Yeah, you think you're on the right farm. The farm is owned by... There's 5 farms. They're all owned by the same goddamn person. But you've never met them, so... Your shepherd is like, wow, this farm
Humanity.
owner is bad.
No, that's a bad farm owner. My farm owner's great. It's like they're the same person.
It's the same farm. And then he's always talking about, like, King Ranch edition stuff. And I'm like, what's King Ranch? And he's like, oh, it's the largest corporate-owned, like, ranch in America. I'm like, it's corporate. You fuckhead. You're always talking, like, anti-fucking government. Corporations run the government. But your favorite thing in the world is a
corporation. Dude,
He's like,
I don't
well,
even,
yeah, but
I don't even know this guy, and I'm starting to feel like he might be a fucking idiot.
He is. He's a good dude, but he's kind of an idiot. He's a good guy, but he's an idiot.
I know a bunch of good guys that are fucking dumbasses.
Yeah.
Like, great
And he's
guy,
like, well,
shirt,
they
off,
make lux-
shirt,
he's
shirt
like-
off his back,
yeah.
but he's a reed.
He's like, but he makes luxury items, and I like luxury items, and I'm just like, you give the crowd blood and bread.
Jesus Christ.
I don't remember the whole quote, but it's essentially something about you give the crowd blood and bread, and they will question nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's, uh-huh. Checks out, checks out.
It comes from, I think, a Roman poet. He's talking about the arena.
Oh yeah, the Colosseum, give them blood and bread
Yeah.
and they'll question nothing.
Or is it blood and circus, some shit like that?
I think blood and bread
I
works.
think I think it's circus, or I think it's circus and bread. Give them, hold on. I think it's give them circus. Yeah, give them circus and bread, and they will never revolt.
I think blood and bread works too.
I think blood and bread works better, but yeah, give them bread and circuses, and they will never revolt. And I'm like, Zach is
Because
literally
they're
the
fed and
entire
they're entertained.
embodiment. Yeah, Zach is the embodiment of that. Where he's like, oh yeah, everything, like, the government sucks, and we really should be doing something about it. I'm like, so go do something about it. He's like, yeah, but, you know, I like the life I live. I'm like, then shut the fuck
Then
up.
shut the fuck up. Because unless you're actively ready to do something about it, to try and make change, your words mean nothing. Shush. So, Kato, how are you?
I'm just here.
Yeah. You have any 2
Yep,
cents
that
you want to
about
throw in?
sums it up. No, that sums up his
not
entire
really.
belief system. I'm just here.
Come on, Kirito. Who's gonna carry the boats? How about the logs? Come on. Put your 2 cents in. I believe you know what's going on.
You know, Kirito, if you don't even have 2 cents, if you go move those trees, they might give. I finally got it! I finally got my drip!
I'm so proud of you.
They gave me bread and circuses. I will no longer revolt.
Come on, Kirito. Talk about politics with us. Let's
Yeah,
do-
no, I'm good.
Come on, let's denounce the
We're
government
not even
together.
talking about politics anymore. It's conspiracy theories and
It's
secret
just conspiracy,
organizations.
man.
Well, come on, let's piss off the CIA. Dr.
They're
Booty
listening to me
Goblin.
right now like he knows everything! Good thing his friends don't believe him.
And then you have that one guy with a cup of coffee, and who would believe him?
Exactly. Because you don't even believe me.
I do to an extent.
You think
Again,
space is real.
okay. Yes,
Can't be trusted.
I trust science. How dare I?
Look, I can't trust science because I can't do math, and I don't trust math more than I don't trust science. So.
I just, like... I think some things the government has said has been true, but I do think there are several things they have said as a flat-out fucking lie.
Math was created by men in togas. I can't trust it.
Yes, and those men in togas also said several poetic sayings that still hold life to this day.
They said the Earth was round. They can't be trusted. How would they know? They've never been to space. They use magic numbers. You ever seen numbers do magic? I haven't.
Wow.
I'm waiting for the comeback of we believe in magic letters.
I was about to say, I was like,
We have a magical alphabet.
we literally
so
have a
I can
magical
tell the future.
alphabet that we wow.
God, you see, sometimes you never get my setups. I swear.
I know.
It's disappointing.
I failed you.
Then again, sometimes I'm not sure where I'm going with it, so to expect you to know, that's just not fair.
You ever seen numbers do magic? No, I've seen letters do it.
Exactly. Exactly.
I had a dream I fought a frost titan. Can numbers do that? Nope.
I didn't even have a dream. I was meditating. That makes it scarier.
I know. It's that weird fucking like in between state you go into when shit starts getting weird.
Can you
I
guys
think-
do the mechanic, please?
I think the
No?
funniest thing is when like I lay down and I'm having a hard time like relaxing and you know what? I'm gonna lay here, I'm gonna put on some music and I'm gonna fucking meditate. And I'm either gonna meditate and feel better or I'm gonna pass the fuck out. Either way, I win.
Nah, I gotta be careful with that, because that's when the whispers start.
Yeah, it's when the hell dreams come.
You're not wrong.
Kirito's like, what the fuck are y'all talking about?
You don't want to know. Look, he told me, and now I know. Trust me, you don't want to know.
Atlantis. Great movie.
Told me she shouldn't have, but she did, and now I know. And I'm telling you, you don't want to know.
Did you know that they made a fucking sequel to that movie?
Yeah, I vaguely have heard about it before.
Oh, considering how they wanted to bury that entire era,
Which
no.
is sad, because that's their best movies.
Yeah, they it's their best movies, but they tried to ruin them and bury them because they didn't want to do 2D animation anymore, which is hilarious because
Makes me
Disney
laugh.
is literally going back to we need to think of like more fucking movies that are gravitated towards like growing adolescent like males, and it's like Treasure Planet. You have,
literally.
you have Treasure Planet, but you were tired of doing 2D animation, so you took a giant steaming shit on one of the greatest movies you've probably ever made. And that movie is literally designed to speak to adolescent men. It's literally the movie.
Literally leaves home to become a pirate.
mm-hmm.
Hey, Blackbeard, you wouldn't have died if you didn't run in circles in the fire!
Go stand in the fire. How much weird wood do I have? Only 1,000. That's not much.
Got some weird wood for you.
Ugh.
Gorsh.
What the fuck?
What other conspiracy you want to talk about, Kirito? Come on.
I
you-
was,
Throw your hat in the ring.
Joseph was talking to me about Disney movies the other day, and he was talking about how they wanted to be more, like, inclusive, and then they're like, they literally have, like, The Princess and the Frog and, like, Pocahontas and stuff. And he was like, yeah, they'll never do, like, Pocahontas. I'm like, yeah, because that was incredibly racist. He's like, what?
It wasn't racist.
And
It was
so I
actually
told him-
correct.
Yeah, but I pulled up the song Savages. And he was like, wait, that's in that movie? I'm like, yeah.
Yes.
I'm like, they literally call them Redskin Devils. The native side literally says they don't look like us, so they can't be trusted.
But
Like,
okay,
it's
like,
literally incredibly fucking racist.
but historically,
Yeah,
it's
it's
it
not wrong.
happened.
But then that's like musically, that song is scored so perfect because the chorus has such a fucking hard driving like war drum like beat to it while they're preparing for war, and you're like, even you're listening to it, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna kill both sides.
Yeah. I get Pocahontas. But
Like, from a musical score perspective, that song is practically genius.
it's like, we need to be more inclusive. You already have. You are.
But they don't.
You
They're not gonna
already
do a live
have.
action. Well, it
Oh,
came up
a
because
live
there
action
was a-
Pocahontas? Oh my god.
So
In
this all came
2025?
up-
Hell no.
This all came up because there was a real or
They
fake
would just take
leak.
the song out.
They would
Well,
have
that's
to.
fucking brilliant. But there was a post or a picture or something that was either a real or a fake leak on a casting for a Black Rapunzel. And that's what started it, because they're like, they're trying to diversify everything, and it's just like, they literally have diverse characters in movies.
Yeah, but no,
Like, they
like
can just-
it takes too much work to make new ones. They just it's easier
Well,
to
what are
replace what
gonna-
they already
how
have.
are they going to diversify Princess and the Frog? Because they can't just make her white, like they're doing with every other character. It's like, oh, it's a white person, we're just going to make him black. But Aladdin, they did Aladdin, and everyone was brown. Aladdin didn't need to be diverse. The live action Aladdin apparently didn't need to be diverse, but live action Rapunzel has to be diverse.
Wasn't that like Will Smith or some shit?
Will Smith,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, no,
he
for
was
Genie.
yeah,
Genie.
he was
These-
the genie.
The movie wasn't actually too terrible. I think people talk too much shit because you can't replace the original Genie.
It's Robin fucking Williams. You're not. You're
Yeah.
like that's
You lost before you even started.
you're no, but like
Yeah.
see, but you need to go into it not thinking this is good. This better be like Robin Williams.
The only
'cause it's
way it
not,
could've-
because it's not
yeah.
fucking Robin. It's not Robin Williams.
Yeah.
It's Will fucking Smith. Go in there thinking about go in there thinking about Bad Boys 2. Do
Yeah.
that shit. Don't go
See,
in there thinking of the comedian that made your childhood. Go think about Bad Boys 1 and 2. Think about Men in Black. Think about Will Smith movies.
Well, one of the reasons you can't do something
about
that is
iRobot.
already ethnically diverse is like Princess and the Frog, is because it has voodoo in it.
Yeah, it has voodoo
It
and
is-
hoodoo, which is
It's not even
which is-
voodoo undertones. It is
It
literally
is
voodoo.
it is literally yeah. It's what is that? Is that what is New Orleans? Is that Cajun? Is that Cajun?
Yeah,
Yes,
a
yes.
lot
it
of
is.
Cajun, French Cajun.
Yeah, it's yeah, it's like it's a smash between English and French things.
Yeah, and that's part of the very specifically like older, but very specifically black subculture down there.
Yeah,
And it's like, cool, you cannot make that ethnically diverse because then you kill Princess and the Frog. It doesn't work. But also, because it's hoodoo voodoo, they don't want to touch it because you're talking about essentially like religious beliefs.
well, yeah, because voodoo and hoodoo are you know what? Get mad. They're black religions. They come from
they're
Africa and Haiti. Like they're Haitian. Like Haitian voodoo is I believe the prominent one that's down in the New Orleans area. So I don't want to be a dick, but white people don't really fit.
Well,
And
unfortunately,
I say that as a
to
white
be
person.
to be correct, you have to be a dick. There is. It's like,
I
oh, I don't
it's-
want to be an asshole about it. Well, history is an asshole. The truth isn't pleasant.
I'm just I'm
to
not
say
I,
in
I'm not
2025.
saying it maliciously. I'm just saying
No, you're just
factual
saying.
information that voodoo and hoodoo come from like African subcultures. Like the main type of voodoo
Guys, why
in the
can't I
New
fast
Orleans area, I believe it's Haitian, like from Haiti,
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken. So
I
it's
think you're
like
right.
it's like
I'll go check on Smite.
Dropping what? So like dropping white people in there, it would just be odd. Like you, what are you doing here? Like are you about to you gonna buy the strip? Get out of here.
Shit, go fucking watch Vampire Diaries. Because they literally, or especially I think it's the Immortals. They're literally down in New Orleans, and there's a lot of like they piss off the voodoo guys. Like they piss off a lot of the voodoo witches and shit down there.
Yeah.
And there's like an entire vampiric war between them.
Yep. But it's
so, but they don't want to touch it. And I'm like, cool, Disney, you want to be ethnically diverse. I actually really don't give a shit that much, but I care because you have things that came out in 2008 that you could touch. Hey, we want more black people in our movies. Cool. You know what makes a better statement than changing like Rapunzel or Ariel to be black? Which Rapunzel is a very old story who has never been black. That's a historical story. That's not Disney characters. You have a black female lead character in Princess and the Frog.
yeah.
Start
Tiana.
with that. Start with that.
Like I don't understand why is it we need to be diverse. Why is your idea of diversity immediately changing already made
things.
characters instead of just we need to be diverse? What do? Make a new one that is specifically for whatever demographic you wish to target. Make one. It's like for like Asian cultures, you have fucking Mulan. For Middle Eastern cultures, you have fucking Aladdin. You have fucking Princess and the Frog for all my Haitian brothers.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of stuff like that where she's like, hey, like we need to start changing this stuff, and it's like you do know the story that you are making and changing again was changed for Disney, that was changed for something else that comes from like an 800-year-old fucking German fairy tale.
And then it's like
Germans are white.
It's like we need to be like our Native Americans need to be included. They have Pocahontas. Like they have representation. If you want to give them more representation, don't change what already exists. Give them new shit.
Yeah. Or
that's just how
Redskins.
I see it.
The Redskins changing their fucking, or was it Redskins?
Yeah, it was the Redskins.
Yeah, they changed their
The Washington
their name
Redskins.
And everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I could understand that, but I also grew up around a lot of casinos in Wisconsin that literally have like a big classic stereotypical.
Yeah, like
it's like the Oneida Casino, and then there's a big chief Indian man with his headdress in the front.
They do
that shit too.
It's like I don't understand how you can be mad about that symbolism, but you use that symbolism to market yourself better.
Well, the term Redskins is a racial slur.
There is that. So you could probably I can see you get mad at that, but like you use the symbolism that you were quotations upset with to market your casinos so you can steal from the white man that stole from you and finish the cycle.
Yeah, they reach for a brand.
I physically feel Kirito just slowly sliding further and further away from our conversation.
Look, he's a young person. He doesn't get this. He's not as old as us.
He doesn't have the wisdom. He'll get there.
I'm pretty sure I think Kirito is from the other timeline, so he doesn't care.
Oh, here we go. We've started.
You guys, I'm just saying, you guys need to have a little more fun with questioning the reality we live in, okay? I think you guys are too accepting.
Yeah.
And I think you guys need to accept that some of us may be from a different timeline when the particle collider collapsed.
When the particles collided.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
You know,
it's just a coincidence. It's just a coincidence that pre-2008, none of this stuff was going on. The particle collider happened, and all of a sudden, this stuff is happening. Just saying. Well, for Kirito, maybe not, because he's probably from the other timeline.
Yeah, he's
this
from
timeline.
he's from the other place.
But we're from the other timeline, and we're like, what the fuck?
We're from
This is
the timeline where
chaos.
Yosemite Sam wasn't racist.
Yeah.
It's
The other timeline.
yeah.
I'm not
He's
gonna
right.
say the better timeline.
He's
The economy is
racist. He's a Western cowboy with guns. I don't understand how that's racist. He shoots at people. Yeah, of all you know what? I don't know if I should
He
finish
shoots
that.
at everyone.
Yeah, there. You know what? Well, I'll say that he shoots at everybody. If you shoot at everybody, you're not racist because you equally hate all of them.
You're just a murderer.
You're just a you're just a serial killer. But at least you're not racist.
Yeah. In 2025, being a serial killer is better than being racist.
There's. You know what? I'm not gonna say that. There's something I could say, but I'm not gonna say that. That I might actually get in trouble for.
To be fair, at least most serial killers are not racially motivated, so that's a win for them.
They're mostly sexually motivated, correct? It's like sex and age
If you watch
are
Criminal Minds,
the
yeah.
two big demographics.
So it depends on who you're talking about, or if you watch Criminal Minds a lot. Because a lot of interviews with like serial killers on death row, when they're asked about it, they're just like, "Why wouldn't I be able to kill people? I am literally superior than them. I am the next step in the evolutionary chain. They aren't even the same species as me. I don't understand why killing them is wrong."
Are you talking to fucking Yujiro Hanma over there? What the fuck?
Like
that
it
sounds
is,
exactly like some shit he would say.
Immense delusions of grandeur are actually a very common trait in serial killers. And they literally believe that they are greater beings than the average person. And it's no different than slaughtering a pig to them.
Huh.
I'm gonna go make some food.
Yeah, go
Nope,
go ahead,
declared
buddy.
mob.
Get out of here. So it's okay, this is the part where it's gonna get a little weird, but I find that part of serial killers fascinating in a way, because it's like what part of your brain is different to
The empathy part.
But what,
I can answer that right now.
Like what part of the brain is that? Like is that the you know what I mean?
So it is a lack. So because they have a lack of ability to empathize, they can't put themselves in other people's shoes. They can't think like other people.
So
And
because of that, they literally see them as just different things.
if you spend your whole life seeing people crash out and fail over this because of what are the simplest shit, it's like, oh, this person's entire life was ruined over divorce, and they're just like, well, I literally never even loved somebody, so that doesn't make any goddamn sense. It's like me. Perfect example. Me when people are talking about sex, and I'm just like, yeah, sex is neat and cool. I got nothing against it. But people are like, I will literally murder someone because I haven't had sex in 2 weeks. I need to go out and just tell lies about myself and try to get this girl to like me so I can bang her for a night because I need to, and I love it. I'm like, I cannot understand that.
See, I'm gonna be honest, that part I can't understand either.
Well, I go over the top with it, and I play too much into it for most people.
No, but see,
I do
the thing you said,
into it.
but the thing you just said does happen.
Well,
that
literally,
is
Devin.
Yes.
I said I haven't had sex in 5 years, and Devin's like, none of us would be friends. It's like,
no, he would not
couldn't do it.
Well, I mean,
But imagine...
that's the fucking pot calling the kettle black, because there was literally there was a week where it was 4 or 5 days where I didn't jack off at all, and I was the absolutely most abhorrent human to be around because I was pissed off at literally everything. He was cooking a steak. The sizzle of the pan, I wanted to stab him because the sizzle was too loud. So I pot calling the kettle black on that one.
Yeah, but imagine like, sex is cool, it's neat, but I don't need it. Like I don't need it, and it's for me, it's more of an expression of intimacy than
Yeah,
anything,
it's just
and that's it. But expressions of intimacy come in many different forms. So,
exactly.
and me being a more emotionally alert person than I used to be, I can start to recognize a lot of that now. But because people's reactions to are like, yeah, it's not a big deal to me. They're like, you must be asexual. I'm like, no, that's the extreme.
That's
Like, oh, you must be asexual because like you don't crave sex. Like, no.
Yeah,
like,
you have to be asexual because you don't live, eat, think,
Yeah.
and breathe sex 24/7. And if you don't, you obviously just don't have like sexual reciprocators in your brain. So I'm gonna give you this title. That's another motherfucking thing. I hate titles. The
pigeonholing. Everyone needs their special little box.
Yes, everyone needs their special little fucking cookie cutter box, triangle hat. I hate that shit. I hate it so fucking much. Like there were people, like there was somebody, and like they were like, what do you think about like the LBGT, whatever the fuck? And I was just like, as long as you don't make it your entire personality, I don't fucking care. And they immediately thought that I was being homophobic. I'm like, I'm not being homophobic. Go. You can go fuck a toaster.
Go ask any of our medics. Go ask any of our medics.
You can identify as a Apache helicopter and fuck a toaster for all I fucking care. Just don't make it your entire personality. And that's me for everything. Like, you can like this thing, but the moment that's all you are, I no longer want to be anywhere around you because you're boring to me. Like you are literally a one-dimensional creature, and I don't want to associate with you because all you are is this one thing. It's like fucking Agnew. Fucking Agnew. Agnew loved movies, he loved books, he loved theater, plays, video games, he'd talk about cars. He'd talk about chicks with you. They didn't get him excited, but he'd talk about them with you. He was all of those things, along with being gay. He wasn't just a gay medic. He wasn't even that flamboyant, to be honest.
I think he played it up, like we were in the field.
Oh no, in
Either
the
that or
field.
he was just horny in the field.
Oh well, probably that. But he turned it up a little bit in the field, but he might have just been horny. But like he wasn't fucking oh god, what was the other one that was actually like unsettlingly? Was it started with a V? Yeah, I can't remember.
I think you're talking about. He might be the one I was thinking of, but
yeah, but it's like, see, like
Van Dries.
Van Dries was very uncomfortable because he made it his entire thing, where all he wanted to do was live, eat, sleep, and breathe fucking dudes, and it made him a very uncomfortable person to be around.
Van Dries acted the gay version of most military personnel members.
Yes, but see, like, but that's the thing. Like, that's the thing. Like even when you're heterosexual, like myself, if that's all you give a fuck about, I don't want to be around you, because all we're gonna talk about, and all we're gonna think about, and all we're gonna fucking do anything about is gonna be surrounded around getting bitches, and it's like, I don't care that much. Not even remotely as much as you.
That's fucking why I was so annoyed, because that's all Lena and her friend would talk about. That's all they ever talked about.
Yeah, I know.
And all the people
I talked to them like 2, maybe 3 times, and all they talked about was fucking serial killers. And I'm just like, Turner, if you're like this is not gonna work out. I was like, this is not gonna work out, Turner. I'm supportive. I want you to be happy, but this is not the one that we're gonna run off into the sunset with. I'm just telling you right now.
No, a weekend I was gonna end it, but I was gonna give it I wanted to meet in person.
Oh, because maybe like meeting in person, it would have a different dynamic that you could actually
because
like
I
latch
I
onto.
talked to her. I talked to her away from her friends. Completely different person. When
Okay.
when she's talking to them, the only time she would want to like interact really was like playing games, and she only really played games with fucking that one chick. So the one time I like was on a call with her talking to her, she was nothing like that. Like she's into the whole paranormal thing. She likes what she likes. She's into that stuff. But there's a whole nother side of her that you would have never have seen, because when she was talking to like her friends, that's all they ever talked about. I mean, her and I literally were I got off work one day and then fucking we watched a movie and we were talking, and I literally didn't get off that call until I left for work at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
So basically, I got
for
the
like 10 hours.
quotations bad side.
It depends on your definition of it, but yeah. The only reason I didn't end it super early was because
well, the side you're talking about is the more preferable side, in my opinion.
Yes, very much.
But it's like,
but because I like to get reactions out of people and I think it's hilarious, I do play to the extremes, where they'd be like, "Well, sex is the most important thing ever." So now I hate sex. For some reason, I hate it.
For some reason, I hate it now.
I've done it to you because we were outside smoking one time and you guys were talking about like DOMs and subs and stuff, and it's like I don't have anything. I don't know nothing about that shit. Like I am like very sexually ignorant because a lot of the stuff I like is like young adult fantasy books and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or I don't watch like crazy movies, or I know nothing about that cultural scene, or that's a very prominent thing in like those emo scenes and stuff. Blood on the dance floor. Just listen to some of y'all's music that you guys listened to in high school. You were exposed to it.
I don't want to think about those dark times anymore.
I didn't know that a Nickelback song was literally about taking off with some dude's daughter and fucking in a cornfield. Until I was like 22.
Animals, great song. Great.
I
immediately knew what song you were talking about.
I am like very sexually ignorant. So even like when you guys were talking about that stuff, I don't completely understand the Dom thing, or I didn't. I know more now. And I'm like, okay, it's less weird than I thought.
Yeah, it's
because when you were talking about it, you're like, oh yeah, there's nothing better than just picking a chick up by her fucking throat and squeezing the life out of her while you bang her against the wall. I'm like, dude, what is wrong with you?
Okay, yeah, that is the very that's the very extreme of the sexual side of it. But there's also a side of it that's not sexual at all.
Yeah, I don't necessarily understand that, but it's the reactions where I'm like, oh, that doesn't make sense. I don't get that at all. And then you and like the two other guys you were talking to immediately were like bashing me because I wasn't into it. Lena did that too. They immediately started, oh, oh, you're a sub. You're a little bottom bitch. I was like, just because I don't want to rape people with their permission. So now I'm a sub. If anything,
thinking about shitting on somebody for not understanding or liking a subculture makes me want to punch myself in the face.
Well,
God, I'm so different now.
Well, the defensiveness in people are like, when they believe they're part of a niche or a subculture, that's why it's sub, it's not the prominent one. Anything anybody says against it, they immediately believe that they're shitting on them. When I say, "Oh, I don't get that. I don't get it at all," they're like,
fair.
"Oh, so you don't like it? You're against it." When I say I don't get that, I literally means
I don't understand. It is no negative connotations. It is literally taken at face value. I don't get it.
Which means like I don't get how you could like that. Like don't. Like, and then it's like, you literally have to explain it to me. I don't get how you could like that. I don't know. I don't understand how that's enjoyable. Well, no, literally. Please explain to me what it is about it you enjoy. I don't get it. But that being said, I do enjoy getting people's reaction to the people, and a lot of the time people don't understand if I'm being serious or if I'm trying to shit on them. And their reactions actually amuse the living shit out of me, so I tend to double and triple down.
Yeah, you fucking double down on the extremes because you just love fucking with people.
It's amusing.
Which I absolutely understand.
Like, I will literally shit on Dragon Ball. I love Dragon Ball.
You fucking love Dragon Ball, but you do it just by
where again, another conversation with Lena, and she said something about, or she liked Gohan. I was like, Gohan's a little bitch. In my mind, I'm like, okay, we're about to start a conversation about Dragon Ball. You know what's the best way to talk to somebody about something they love? Talk shit about it.
Shit on it.
And then she shuts down. She just shuts down and won't talk again. I'm like, oh, you're one of those people.
You're one of those people. You don't fight back.
Because if you're like, oh, fucking, I like Black Butler. Sebastian's cool. But he's just a gay fucking little bitch. Oh, you want to fucking hear about Sebastian? I'll tell you about Sebastian.
Yeah, but you do it to me because you know I'll bite.
Yeah.
So you do it to me because I'll bite, and then like the conversation will happen. But then there's some people
I don't like people who won't bite.
Yeah,
They're
but
boring.
like I was about to say that. I was like, but there are some people that you do that to, and they don't bite. They just be like, oh, you don't care about my interests, so there's no point in talking about said interests. I'm just gonna clam up and shut down. And now you're just like, shit. Now I have to find a way to get them to actually talk because I actually wanted them to talk.
Well, again, that actually led me to learn something, which means I should be with some stuff because I want you to fight back.
I want you to fight back.
I don't find it interesting. She claims she was a brat. I didn't know what that means. Had to look it up. She was not.
She was not.
Yeah. Well, I think she is, but she has to initiate it. I think if she wants to fight, she'll initiate it so she can be submitted. I like to be the initiator of the bullshit.
I like to be the initiator of the bullshit.
I like to be aggressive, okay? I learned a lot about I learned a lot about myself throughout that month. And the months after it. Because I had to do a bunch of research and self-reflection. I'm like, oh, that's interesting.
I
didn't know there was multiple types of subs.
Oh, there's a lot.
And then we're not talking about Subway.
No, we're not.
I didn't know there was subclasses. Okay, I didn't realize we were playing a sexual RPG.
Yeah,
okay?
there's subclasses. You can multi-class. You can do all kinds of shit.
Well, to me, sex is something two people who like each other do.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all.
I didn't realize we've created an entire RPG genre out of it. I didn't realize we needed classes and subclasses and specs and attributes. I didn't know that. I didn't know we got to like pick a favorite weapon in sex style. Like I thought we just did it.
Favorite weapon in sex style. Oh, I love that.
I'm like, I don't really have any kinks, but this is what I enjoy doing. And they're like, oh, so you have a pleasure kink? I'm like, I don't know what that means. They're like, oh, you like that your partner to have pleasure. I'm like, isn't that just being a good partner? I'm like, yeah, isn't being a good being a good sexual partner is a kink?
See, like, okay, like there's
what?
All right, you know, so there's some kinks that people are like, this is a kink, and I'm like, no, that's just what's supposed to happen.
If you can only get off by being tied to a ceiling fan, spun in circles, and lashed with a fucking belt, that's
a kink. But if you're just like, I like to give my partner pleasure, I'm like, that's what's supposed to happen. That's not a kink. That's called normal sexual interaction.
That's called
you're
basic bitch vanilla shit.
Yeah, like you're supposed to want the person you're fucking to enjoy themselves. If you don't, you're a rapist.
That's a whole CNC is a whole different thing. Because when
No,
I read
no,
something
because
and someone's like,
C-
"Oh,
no, CNC
I
has
thought
pleasure
CNC is
in
a
it.
manufacturing thing." There's a CNC department at work, and I was so confused.
But see, the first letter of CNC means
Consent.
is consent. It's consensual non-consent, which is basically trigger warning, right? Play.
Which that I'm like,
This conversation got a lot more adult since I.
Oh yeah, brother. We've jumped. But even in that, you know that the person that you're doing stuff to is enjoying themselves.
Well,
so like,
I've learned apparently that's all about trust.
Because it's typically at the victim's request.
yeah,
that's the whole
Well-
that's the whole point of the first fucking letter.
Yeah.
and that stuff like you spend your whole life trying to have that not happen to you. I don't get it. Apparently, it's about trust.
It is extreme.
You need a stupidly amount
you
of trust
need
for it.
a stupid amount.
Like I'd take a
of
bullet
trust.
for you.
Look,
And
I'm
you have
saying,
like signals
I trust
and
Spencer more than I trust any woman I've ever met. And that's because, and I don't even trust you that much. I just trust you not to shoot me by accident and to kill people trying to kill me.
Yeah, well, that's about all you need.
It's more than I trust most people.
But it's but you need like signals and like safety words and like you can use the whole stoplight diagram of red, yellow, green, all these things. But all of that shit has to be like put into like hard.
I shouldn't need to
cemented
read a
information.
fucking binder to have sex.
But that is a completely.
Here's the rule book. Slaps the fucking.
That is a completely valid thought process. I
You know
shouldn't
the books
need,
at the library where
I
you
shouldn't
open
need-
it and it's like 10 feet tall and just rolls over? I shouldn't have to read that and then sign a fucking legally binding document first.
No, and that's a completely valid thought process. 1,000% valid. But even in that, like, there is wanting your partner to have pleasure. So people going like, I have a pleasure kink. I'm like, no, you just are having sex with someone you like, so you want them to feel good. And again, if you don't want the person you're having sex with to have pleasure, you're very selfish and also possibly a rapist. So there are some
Or it's just some random prostitute.
Yeah, that's fair. Which is illegal in the United States.
which is legal in the United States. But it's like
Yeah.
there are certain kinks where it's like that's not a fucking kink. But then we go back to fucking titles where everybody needs to have the little fucking cookie cutter box. Be like, I'm special because I'm this. No, you're a joke.
Yeah.
No, you're a joke.
Oh my fucking god. Like me and Sandra, so there was this fucking little goddamn little baby fad going on TikTok where like people in the gothic subculture were like, what kind of goth are you? It's like, if you don't know what kind of goth you are, you're not really a goth.
You're God.
I
You're a
hate
fucking
the
God.
different kinds of coughs.
No,
I
okay.
hate that.
Here is my problem.
Mm-hmm.
There are two different subcultures of goth that I personally have a problem
That
with.
matter.
No.
okay.
These are the two that annoy the shit out of me. It is trad goth and vintage goth. Both of which
So like the old timey ones.
the original aesthetic of gothic
Yes.
subculture.
Wasn't it
you-
very
so-
Victorian?
So you're just being a goth. Why do you have to add shit? Why do you have to make yourself special?
Because there's like 10 other subgenres of
Wait, hold
goth,
on.
and
There's
they
genres
needed
of
to
goth.
distinguish themselves.
I'm trying to
Yes.
learn. Chill. I'm trying to learn. I just learned now there's different subcultures of goth. I thought they were all
There's-
just goths.
No, okay.
No, there's different things of
So,
goths. There's
okay,
different
so-
things of emo.
So,
That's a lot.
no, that they all end up wind chimes anyway. Anyway, so the term, what?
Jesus Christ.
I was one of you. I can shit on you. Get mad.
God, that
So
got me up. guard.
the term goth is an umbrella term, just like being a pagan. The pagan is the umbrella part.
Wait, when did these subcultures show up? Because it used to just be goth.
In the past, like, 10 years or so.
Everybody's
Oh, so
everybody's
it's
their fancy
your
fucking
people
title.
Kirito. It's your people doing this.
No,
Back in my day,
it's
we were
also
goth,
yours.
emo, or
They
scene.
just didn't progress that far.
It is people predominantly born in the early to mid 2000s that grew up in a culture that everything needs to have a title or a fucking label. So if you are not the cookie cutter like goth from like the mid to late 80s, then you have to be something else. Like personally, my favorite gothic subculture is they're called cyber goths. I think they're fucking cool. I don't belong to that subculture, but I think they're fucking cool. They have like dope ass like fucking like multicolor fucking dreads and like cyberpunk leather outfits with their cool little
yeah,
fucking
some mash of
little
golf
little
and cyberpunk.
little
Yeah.
fucking their little goddamn fucking like chemical masks that they fucking design. Shit looks fucking rad. I think it's cool.
I would never consider that goth.
I get it.
That
but
looks like
it's-
a more of a scene subculture than anything to me.
I understand where you're. It looks like you took scene and cyberpunk and you smashed it together.
Yeah.
You see, and scene is just a subgenre of emo.
I'm emo, but I like colors, so I'm scene. It's like die.
Yeah, but they're way hotter than normal emo people.
I don't know about that. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
But it's like,
You don't matter. You have a wife. Shut up.
but
Yeah.
but it's like it's not a dick. But anyway,
You got married. Your life is forfeit.
yeah, your soul is forfeit. But it's like I'm a trad goth. It's like, so you're a goth. It's like I'm a vintage goth, so you're a goth. Because those two specific things, you're stating that you're dressing up like the people who originated the subculture. So you're a goth. Like if you're a fucking cyberpunk goth, fine. You look distinguishably different from every other subculture. Go for it. You can have that one. Like it's like
You didn't have that one.
it's like I'm a pastel goth. That's like, okay, you can have that one because pastel goth is almost
Very
always
Pink.
well, no, it's designed around pastels, not just pink.
Yeah,
Pink-
pastel colors.
Yes, pastel colors. So you are taking the gothic design and instead of making
This
it
is also
all,
just a scene person.
but instead of making it all black, you make it out of pastel colors.
It is just
Mm-hmm.
a scene person who likes pastel colors. I'm not seeing any goths in the last two ones that you liked. I just see a bunch of scene dudes or scene chicks.
Yeah, that's
Okay, goths for me is the classic, like, white, black makeup, Victorian era dresses /
yes.
clothing.
So
That's a goth.
Yes. So you
Everything
are
else you've showed me is scene.
So you are thinking of like the original aesthetic of the gothic subculture.
I'm gonna be that guy. A real goth.
Yes. like somebody asked me like what kind of goth are you, and I'm like, if I had to give myself a title, I consider myself Victorian, but
You definitely. I've seen what you should wear to the fucking club.
Like
I fuck
would.
with it though, because
It's like-
I fuck with that. I think it looks
It's-
awesome.
It's
I
like
think it's
I
cool
would
as shit.
consider myself a Victorian goth, but when it comes to like the white makeup and like looking like fucking goddamn Brandon Lee from The Crow, that it's like that's too far for me. So
I tend to see more women do that. I think I see more males just be paler.
yeah, so it's like I enjoy like the slick black like mid late 1700s gothic vampiric attire. So it's like, but then it's like Victorian goth, cool. But then there's a whole nother subculture that's like I'm a vampire goth, and it's like shut the fuck up.
So you're a normal fucking goth.
Like it's
You're a goth that's in the blood play.
like me.
That's it.
And we're back to kinks. Look at that. But it's like me and
Well, they
Sandra,
go hand in hand.
yes, they do.
Subcultures and kings.
Like me and Sandra were looking at the different subcultures of goth, and we were literally screaming at her phone together because there were so many subcultures that shouldn't be a thing because they were just a different subgenre with a different name over it, and it's just like ah. And then like there was oh my god, there was one. There was
Don't add me
fucking
to the group. I want. Wait, are you it?
what
Are
group?
you in your hometown? Oh, you're fucking standing next to me.
I'm about to say
dumb bitch.
I'm not in a group.
Hi.
Hello.
This is
But
my
it's like
new
there-
armor.
It's a dope ass chest plate.
I know, right?
I like that. I don't know how I feel about the blue pants, to be honest. But
Oh,
chest
I
plate,
just haven't changed.
but the chest plate's badass.
I,
but it's
I'm
like,
still working
there
on it
was-
to fit the chest piece.
There was one gothic subgenre, and I can't remember what it was, but I saw it and I was like, that's just punk. That is literally just punk.
Just
I was-
punk.
It just was. I'm like, you got the jean jacket, you got the buttons, you got the fucking crusty ass fucking grunge pants, you got the goddamn.
It's literally just punk.
It's punk. Like brother, the motherfucker had Liberty spikes. I'm like, that is the poster boy of punk.
You are the punk spokesperson.
Like you are the spokesperson.
You are Punk Dunk.
Yes,
Or
you're
punk Duck.
punk. Yeah, like you're
You remember
fucking.
Punk Duck?
Your punk card is laminated. Like you have Liberty spikes with frosted tips. Get
You listen to the Vandals. Get the fuck
You
out of
listen
here.
to the Vandals. There it is. But it's just like it's like everybody has to have their little title. That has to be in their little box, and that title has to be who they are as a person. And I hate it. It's like have
God,
interests.
I'm not trying to sell you chocolate. God, shut up.
It drives
So I
me
remember when we
nuts.
invented goth.
Like, it drives me fucking nuts. It's like, I'm this thing. Shut up!
Shut up.
Like, a lot of people, like wouldn't even consider me goth because I don't like gothic music.
Gothic music is terrible.
There's a lot of bands that are like, if you're goth, you should like this. And I think they sound awful.
A lot of them just sound like shit.
Like I think I like a couple songs from fucking Deftones and like one song from Depeche Mode. Other than that, musically, I am not a goth at all. But it's like I like the aesthetic, so I rock the aesthetic. And it's just like it's a fucking aesthetic. It doesn't have to be about these things. And people are like, goth is about politics. Actually, bitch, it's derived from architecture. So shut the fuck up. It's literally
Say,
derived from.
Where the fuck did politics come from?
It's literally derived from Gothic architecture. You bitch.
Which originated in 14th century Germany.
Yes. And then
Which is why you look at breastplates from 15th century Germany, it's called a Gothic breastplate. And it's all crazy and it looks Gothic.
Wasn't that also the times of the actual, like, the people known as the Goths?
No, I do
Oh, was
believe
that
the
different
Goths
time?
were in the Romans.
Oh,
So the
okay,
Romans,
okay,
I think,
okay.
fought the Goths.
Oh, okay, gotcha,
So
gotcha,
whenever
gotcha.
they're like the barbarians, if I'm not mistaken, those are the Goths.
But it's like you take that literally Gothic architecture, and they made like a dress attire in homage of that architecture, and that is
Ironically,
what.
the Goths were Germanic people.
Hey, I might know something.
They had a major role in the fall of Western Rome.
So it's like
Yes, they did.
it's like this is my aesthetic. Your aesthetic comes from buildings. Buildings from the 1400s, which I believe was the 13th century.
Yes.
It's like 13th century buildings is what your aesthetic comes from. Not politics, not music, not
If
your
anything, your
feelings.
politics is punk.
Buildings.
If anything,
Punk,
most people
punk is
that are
politics.
punk
No,
are
no, no.
politics.
If you said this is about politics, punk is about politics. Punk is literally down with the man. Actually, it's down with societal norms. But
Yeah.
I almost I almost did the voice. Society, man. But like punk is about like disrupting societal norms, not necessarily politics, but societal
And they
norms.
And they also have semi-terrible music.
Yeah.
True punk songs are not music. It's an angry man screaming about what's wrong with the government.
But it's like
I'm down for it. But
it's like the Gothic subculture. It's not about politics. It's never been about politics. It originates from buildings. Fucking buildings. 13th century Germanic buildings.
Where does it come from again?
and
Shut up.
funky Stuff.
Did you also work at Blizzard for 7 years?
I hate you.
Blizzard.
I can't tell you how many videos I've come across where it's like, if you don't have this political viewpoint, you're not a real goth. It's like, if you think that, bitch, neither are you.
Listen, most of them just like dressing up in a certain aesthetic. You ain't gotta do all this. It's not that serious.
It's not about the culture anymore.
Yes, that's not about the culture from the non-goth guy.
Used to be about the culture. Well, none of those are about the
No,
culture
and then it
anymore.
got turned into an aesthetic.
It's always been an aesthetic.
Okay, the aesthetic became more forward than the culture.
No, because people
Well,
grabbed
when
the
enough
aesthetic
people of a
and made
certain-
it their entire personality, and then
Well,
decided
when
that they wanted to defend it like it's an ancient cathedral.
When enough people
Well, that's
who
called people going through a phase.
Yeah, when enough people who do the same thing get together, they do stuff. That stuff becomes the culture. So an aesthetic can become culture.
Yes, the aesthetic did turn into a culture. The problem is that culture is full of people who don't know what they're talking about.
Well, it has
It's-
been 20 years. You need to let go.
And it's just full of people that it's just like, I'm a part of this culture because I want to have a label and a title, and I want to feel special because nobody loved me when I was growing up.
Well, they just want to be a part of something bigger than themselves, man.
Oh, shut the fuck up, you hippie bastard.
I mean, it's also the truth.
I know. I'm just annoyed. I'm just annoyed.
Because buildings. Because architecture.
No, I'm annoyed because
architecture makes me angry.
there's so many fucking subcultures where the loud ones are always the fucking idiots. It's like, why can't the smart ones be loud?
Well,
Because they don't have
to
a
be-
reason to raise their voice.
to be fair, we're very loud.
Yes. I
Just
know.
nobody listens. Oh, sorry, that's the emo coming out.
Nobody listens to me.
Nobody-
Nobody cares. Nobody thinks what I think.
Nobody can understand what I go through.
You don't understand me, Dad.
In a room with 200 other people who look and dress and act exactly like them, nobody gets me. Nobody understands the things I've been through.
I'm a different emo than these emos. They don't get it. This is a phase for them. This is who I am.
Everyone thinking the exact same thing.
Everyone thinking the exact same thing. Me looking at high school me and just screaming at me to shut the fuck up. Nobody gets me. Yes, they do.
There's an entire song about it.
There, you
Called Welcome to
literally,
My Life.
you literally have several friends who dress, talk, and act the exact way you do, to the point that you and your friend Gavin purposely switched cars to see how far your mothers would drive away before they figured it out. Yes, that happened. We got
Yes,
pretty
it
far,
does.
actually. Because we both wore solid black high-top Converses, solid black skinny jeans with the same tear in the left knee. We both wore Black Full Bride shirts. We both had long,
Same
straightened black
tear.
hair.
You know they put that tear in themselves.
Doesn't matter.
They definitely didn't get it from skating. You kind of built like a skater. Or at least you used to be built like a skater, so I could see that. Which is where punk originated, was in the skater community.
Yep. I skated in middle school, and I think like I skated with a bunch of high schoolers, and then I moved and had no one to skate with anymore, so I just kind of stopped skating. Yeah, because in middle school was when I wore my fucking goddamn Jinko jeans and my Vans and my Osiris's and shit. So yeah, I was a skater in middle school, and then I hit high school and I was just like, I'm mean and I'm brooding and And I'm just gonna twitch my head to throw my bangs out of my face instead of using my fucking fingers to move them like a normal human. Talking to you, 15-year-old me.
This is funny because if I was ever at any point in my life, there's been one point in my life, but comfortable with like expressing myself with clothing, I definitely would have been like some sort of cross between emo and punk.
You're
Well,
much
twice.
more. You're
Twice.
much,
I used to have. What?
You're much more punk than you are emo.
I know, but I do listen to a lot of emo music. See, I
Yeah.
keep the emo side to myself. You guys don't get to see that. I was taught emotions are bad and we can't express them.
We
Yeah,
can't express them.
That's why you're emo, because you're void of You're either void of emotions or you have so many that they all just
They
dull.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, I'm a mix between emo and punk.
I feel nothing, or I feel everything so much that I'm just
I
a sad
used-
grayscale human.
I used to have a spiked mohawk that I re-dyed like every couple weeks. So it was like every month I had a different color mohawk. But that was a fight thing.
I had a
That was when I was fighting.
I had a blue mohawk once, and I showed my dad, and I have no idea what he said to me. I honestly cannot remember. I think child me blocked it out permanently because I do not fucking remember what the fuck happened. But I do remember that after that day, I cut it and I never had it ever again. And my mom still to this day asked me, what did he say? And I was like, I don't fucking know. I don't remember. Childhood me was so crushed that I couldn't have my blue mohawk.
You just block it out.
I guess. I don't remember. Like, I remember going over to his house with the mohawk, something happened and like my memory jumps to me in the bathroom, like staring at my mohawk in the mirror, and then it jumps again to me being home with my mom with the mohawk no longer there. It's just gone. So yeah, my life in the punk scene was shut down pretty quick.
Like, pictures of me with a mohawk. Like, if I had some piercings, I really look super punk.
You talking about the red one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if well, it's been red, blue, purple. It's been a bunch of different colors.
I remember it being
Ironically,
red.
mixed the two.
When you showed it to
The
me, it was
pictures I've
red.
showed you, it was red still, but I used
Yeah.
to dye it a lot. Like, but even just the way my face like looks with my structure, like, if I had some piercing, that would look super punk. But that's what the entire movie Triple X was about. He was punk.
Yep. And he was bald.
He was bald, yeah. And he didn't have piercing. Like, even though he wore like a white, he literally wore like a motor jacket or like a biker jacket, like a BMX jacket and pants. But he was literally like super punk. Everything he did was literally like, besides the stunts, it was politically motivated.
Yeah.
He steals a fucking congressman's Corvette and crashes it.
And
because
drives
he's
it off a
angry that they're
bridge.
trying to take video games off the shelf.
Yeah, because he's trying to corporatize video games. Like the
It's
most
the
punk
only education we got.
thing. Moral is, don't be a dick. Good old Dick Hotchkiss.
But besides the mohawk and wearing literal armor to a Christmas event,
Yep, he wore a full suit of armor, and I wore fucking black velvet skinny jeans with laces and a corset. So he was a knight and I was a Victorian vampire.
those are the only 2 times in my life I've ever really been comfortable enough to like express myself in a clothing manner.
I remember there was a staff sergeant. I can't remember his name. Sorry, with an R. He was a black guy. The dude that got caught fucking the driver in one.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
Yep. I knew you would know. And so at that Christmas event, he took like 400 pictures, and a good majority of them were of me and Turner because of how dressed up we were with a bunch of people. And something happened to his camera where he lost the footage, and he was so fucking pissed.
He was really pissed at
I'm not.
the first thing he was
dueling
like,
you,
yeah, he's
fuck
like, I
off.
can't get these pictures. And like, that sucks. He's like, I know. I had this picture of you when you putting your cape on, or my cloak. 'Cause
Yeah.
I threw my cloak on, but he caught the picture when it was settled on my shoulders, but still blowing backwards.
It
in the
was
air.
it was so good.
Out of all the pictures he took, like that's the picture he was most mad about.
Because it was awesome.
Because I'll tell you what, chainmail in the winter is not comfortable. It is cold.
I'll also tell you, chainmail pulls your hair really bad if you don't get it on the right way.
That is also very true. Wear a fucking arming cap or a beanie when you put chainmail on.
Yep. So it pulls the beanie instead.
Yeah. Your hair likes to get caught in the links.
Yeah. That's what happens when we all had long hair until we went to Poland, and then fucking De La Cruz couldn't be bothered to fucking brush it, and he got us all fucked.
Yeah. Well, I have my fashion. I have nothing else to do in New World. Do you guys have anything?
I'm chopping trees.
I can watch
I just got into a random expedition.
Because I'm literally trying to build up weird wood so I can turn it into planks so I can make a bunch of bows to level up my engineering.
you. That's fair.
It's very riveting.
Well, which at least you're actually doing something. I just watched you stand there for 30 minutes while ranting about architecture.
Yeah, I was ranting about Gothic subculture because people are idiots and think it's about politics when it's not. And I'm sure someone's gonna see this and be like, does that conform with the subculture's ideals? And it's like, those ideals are modern. And they're also subjective, just like politics.
Wrong.
My favorite thing about being punk is that the best way to be punk is to be punk without being punk, because punk is against the norm.
Because punk is against the norm.
So if you become
So
punk,
by
you
not
become
being
part of
punk,
their
you're
norm.
being punk.
Yep.
Being punk is beautiful.
530 and 6. Sorry. Oh, okay. I thought you said you went 530 and 6. I was like, God damn, those bugs got you 6 times, huh? Well,
I
he's not getting
mean,
on
Texas
to...
does have fire ants, so it's possible.
Yeah,
And
they
wasps.
do. He's not getting on to Super G.
Yeah, no, he said he wasn't gonna be on till like 4:30, and I was like, I'm not. All right, so I'm not playing with Devin this evening.
Now he just said 5:30 to 6.
Ugh.
4:30 is early for him.
Is it?
Yeah. the last-
No, he normally gets home at like 2.
Lately, he's been getting home at 2, and then last week he literally said, "I've been getting off really early this week."
Yeah. Oh wait, he's working late this week because he has his fucking license now, so now he can train people. So he has to take people to the job with him, and he has to teach them how to do the job, and they have to do it. And because they're new, they're all slow as dog shit. So he gets the job done very quickly because he knows what he's doing. The people he has to teach do not. So what would take him 45 minutes takes them an hour and 30 minimum.
I was gonna say, he said like 2 hours last time.
Yeah, never become important.
Well, he got his license so he could do more pest jobs because pest jobs apparently pay more, I guess.
Yeah, I know.
Because all he does
Depends
is
on company.
all he does is termite shit, but now he's licensed to do termite and pest.
Yeah, it also means he can get more jobs too. So that means he should be able to get paid higher because he has
Yeah.
the ability to do more stuff.
Anyway, long story short, I hate Tyler.
Yeah. Last night I literally was on for like 5 hours, and then I literally got off and laid down. You're like, anybody alive?
Well, because like me and the wife, we played a Nancy Drew game, and then we finished it, and it was about 1:30, and I was super fucking tired. So I was like, I'm gonna go like lay down for a bit, and then I passed out and woke up at like 5 in the morning, and I was like, well, shit. And so I was like, they're normally on Smite about this time. So I was like, anybody alive? And you both were like, no. And I was like, okay.
Well, remember, none of us got any sleep the day before that.
Yeah, well, I told you guys to go to bed because y'all had somewhere to be, and I got yelled at for 20 minutes.
And then you guys played one more game, and then immediately rage quit.
Yeah, we Oh yeah, that was a game. It was a game where we became toxic because our teammates became toxic, and then we tried to surrender to end it, and then they said no, and we're like, well, now you're stuck here with me. And then they tried to surrender twice, and we told them to fuck off both times. They're like, no, you're gonna suffer this loss because you didn't want to let us leave. So now we're your problem.
Which is, that might be the most toxic.
Oh,
thing
very,
you can
very
do,
much.
And that is what we do.
Yeah.
Everyone else like spam pings and calls you a bitch, and we're like, fine, then we're gonna keep you here. We're going to lock you in this match and hold you prisoner for 30 fucking minutes.
It's like we want to
because you
surrender. No.
slightly irritated me.
We wanted to we wanted to surrender, and you voted no. So now you're gonna see this through to the end, whether you like it
Now
or
you're gonna
not.
sit here and take a ban.
Yep, you're either
Yeah.
you're either stuck here with me, or taking a fucking deserter ban. Take your pick. But so that's how we become toxic.
Like,
We're
oh,
just like, you're
you
stuck here
wanted-
now.
It's like, why are you trying to surrender? You wanted to play the match out. So we're just letting you play the match out.
Yeah, it was bad, and I've learned something.
Oh, that's the first.
Mm,
I'm not good in support role. I'm just not.
you're
I'm
not?
just not. No, I'm
you
not.
you like to brawl way too much for support.
No.
Oh, yeah, he's too aggressive for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can be brawly, but only if you're winning. If you're up, yeah, go ahead and
Yeah,
brawl.
if you're pushing your advantage.
Like, I was too aggro. He was a bottle of whiskey in, and then that turned into us losing the lane, and then we got annoyed because we put enemy missing left. Somebody dies in mid lane, and then they spam our lane 30 times, and then spam enemy missing left 20 times after I put it in the chat. And once that happened, me and Devin no longer gave a single fuck. No longer gave a fuck about them, the match, or ourselves. we just put on Deftones and just wrote it out.
I played one last night. I think it was last night, where I was playing Guan Yu because I was testing something, and literally, we are standing there waiting for our purple buff to come up, and at level 1, the dual lane fucking invaded, and that fight lasted like 33 seconds. And I managed to stall it long enough for anyone to have rotated over, and nobody came. Nobody came into that fucking fight. And most of what they're doing was the Sobek. So at about 8 minutes, or not 8 minutes, what was it, 5 minutes, I'm still level 1. Their Ull was only level 2, their Sobek was level 4, and our Apollo was like level 4. And literally, I would show up in the lane, and they would just fucking grab me and murder me.
For the love of the gods, rotate!
I had 5 deaths by 5 minutes. And then most of that game was just us getting our asses beat across the map. And this is why you never F6 too early, because someone tried to F6, immediately 2 people, not me, F7. And we're like, nah, we fighting in this shit. And my whole team died in left lane. In my lane, and it's just me versus 4 of them, and somebody left to go like farm.
God,
I held that tower. For over a minute by myself because timers were like 30 seconds, and then some of the people who respawned went back to their lane. So my Apollo had a 35-second respawn timer, and then like didn't have portal. So when he finally fucking showed up, I had held a tower by myself with Guan Yu for almost an entire minute. Because every time they would dive in, I would strip Sobek protections, and then just and they would like run at me. I'd fucking pop my heal, dash through like all 4 of them or 3 of them, pop my heal again because it reset my timer so fucking fast, and it starts stealing protections again. And I held, and then they had to back out because they're taking tower
Yeah,
shots.
because they were taking tower
So-
shots with no protections, so they're
Yes.
just getting fucking murdered.
Yeah, I have managed to hold that fucking tower for almost an entire minute. Apollo got back, and then Thor must have finally got his ult back because then he ulted in, and we won that fight. We won that fight. We took a tower. I linked up with Poseidon on the other side of the map, took 2 fucking towers, made it out, took 2 towers, got 3 kills because they kept running at us like individuals. And me and fucking Poseidon picked
Why
up
would you push as a team? Come on.
I don't know. Because we went over, me and Poseidon ran over to Solo, ganked somebody, took their first tower, ganked their Fenrir. Fenrir ran at us and died. We fought the Sobek at their second tower, their second tier tower, long enough to like force him to back. Took their tier 2, ran into Ull on the way back, murdered him, and just left. Me and Poseidon farmed for a while together. I went back, got my 2 items that I got from all of that. And then we grouped
Jesus.
up and we're pushing tier 2 left side. Or we grouped up and went to Gold Fury. Like, saw them all at fucking Gold Fury. And I just fucking got on my horse. It was just like that Jacques one I had yesterday. I got on my horse, stunned 4 of them. Apollo ults in, steals Gold Fury, and then we proceeded to just fight them, and they were doing a fighting retreat. Fought them from Gold Fury all the way to their left side tier 2 tower, and just slowly picking people off through the fight. Ended up sieging their tower with them underneath it. We all stayed alive literally because I'm playing like full heal Guan Yu, like aspect Guan Yu with heals. And like I can't tell you how many times like someone would be at 1 HP, I'd pop my heal just for them to take an ability and go right back to 1 HP and then get out alive. We killed them all under tier 2 tower and they surrendered. And this was after like we had been hiding under our middle has no towers, right side has 1 tower, or 1 tower, and left side has 2 towers left.
Yeah, you're a better man than me. I'd have F6 that shit.
I didn't get a chance. The vote went up and immediately 2 no's happened. We won the game before the next surrender vote could be done. Like this all happens, I'm telling you, within the span of 5 minutes. Like I literally, everyone dies, they go to F6, it fails. I hold that tower, back, go to right lane, take their towers, we back, defend, steal Gold Fury, deicide them, and then they surrendered. We didn't even get to the second surrender timer yet. That's how quick a game can fucking turn around. It's insane. People F6 too early.
Come on, Wolfie.
It's the only game I played yesterday. I was like, you know what? I'm going to bed.
That's like, you know what? I'm gonna end it there. Stop shooting at me. Stop it.
I only spent 3 hours in jungle practice. Just testing stuff. Oh yeah, I have a build that may or may not be completely useless, but I have Ares. Ares can passively generate 100 health per second with that build.
Stop. Just stop.
Me? Or the
Yes.
wolf?
No, you.
Why? Why would I stop?
Why would I
you can
stop
keep
when
going.
Ares can be immortal?
I can get Ares to a passive 100 HP generation per kill, per second. I can get Jacques to 1,000 in 10 seconds. I Guan Yu's at about the same point.
So 100 a second.
That's with their heals. I can give Amma permanent health regeneration. Because of her 1, every time she swaps stances, she gets a small heal, and that small heal and the movement speed buff proc Striders. So I can actually get her. Her is kind of slow, but she can permanently be ticking for like 40 HP a second. And it just takes using her wand to do.
It's so
I mean, you
fuck-
constantly use the one anyways.
Yeah,
so-
you
That's
you
so-
literally constantly use your wand, and every time you use your wand, it procs Striders.
That's
Striders
so
regenerates
fucking
4% of your
stupid
HP
that
a
you
second,
figured this
or-
out.
You know I like my crazy like
I
house
know,
regen
I
builds.
know. It's so interesting because like there's things that it's like I can do like brainless stuff for hours on end with no problem, and that you're just like I would die if I tried to do this. And then you go in jungle practice and you stay there for an entire day to figure out one thing.
Yeah, because there's a purpose behind it. Like, I would go in. That's why I love Smite, and I really enjoy PvP games. PvE games do not hold my attention nearly as long as something PvP is, because PvP you get the test yourself against real people. So like cutting down trees for hours on end, I can't do it. But going into jungle practice to learn numbers and perfect builds and try stuff out, it's not just about having a purpose. I can now take that build into a real game and be like, you were there with my Jacques. You were dead watching my Jacques. Did I die? Eventually. But how long did it take for them to kill me?
A very long time.
When I'm getting chased by 4 of their teammates by myself, how long did it take for them? This one of the times that they didn't even kill me. Everyone died. I was on 1 HP and survived long enough for the respawn timers and backup to come. And then I didn't even go back to base. I just popped my heal and went back to the fight. Like, it's dumb, but I can test that. I can be like, okay, cool. I'm gonna try this Jacques out. And then literally that Jacques just dominates the fucking lane and still becomes nigh on unkillable in a fight. Because as long as I know when to back off. Like, if you can go, hey, I'm gonna step out of this fight real quick and pop my 2, and I know I'm gonna go from half to almost full in those 6 seconds, find yourself 6 seconds of breathing room, pop your heal, and then go right back in. And I love that. And just being able to take all that work and test it against people and see if it works is so, like, gratifying.
Yeah,
That's why I
get
can do it. That's why I can do it. Like, the Ares I don't think will work that well. But because to do it, I need to be chaining people. And if I'm chaining people, I'm taking damage.
I was about to say, you're really good at getting your chains, so...
But because it's not a constant heal, like anyone with a, like, Jacques, Ama, and guys like that who have ways to proc Striders or actual heals on them, like Guan Yu is crazy. Like anybody who can proc heals, it works better on. Ares is passive health regeneration, but without landing a chain, I'm only healing with. There is a build that actually heals 100 per second. Is not going to be incredibly useful in a fight. But without landing my chains, I'm only healing for like 60 a second, which still is not bad. But in order to get my full like 120 heal per second, or like 110, whatever I fucking managed to get to, I need to be in a fight, and the build to accomplish that is not going to be very good in a fight.
Yeah, but also if you're in a fight and not hitting your chains, you yourself are not very useful in that fight either.
Yeah. But also that specific build has 5,500 health, and Yogi's passively heals you 27 a tick. So one of the reasonable builds I have that could be usable is Strider's heals 27 a tick, Yogi's heals 27 a tick, and Yogi's is just passive. And I have a 33 health per second with my 2 active. So to get the Striders, of which are another 27 a tick, I would need to pop my 2 and land my chains. And then I can get like 90 health per second. But I have protections. Another build that is passive, literally over 100, has no protection. It's just HP 5. And then the reasonable build, the good one that I could actually fight with, only heals for 24 per tick with the chains. And that's the one I used in that Ares game that fucking me and you just stayed immortal. And the only reason I survived all of those fucking fights is because I was literally chaining, like, I could get my chains back so fast, and those fights were going so long.
It was so
that
wonderful.
I was constantly able to give you and give both of us protections. Because my 2 at full pops like 40 protections and then 30 HP or health per second. So, and being able to land my chains, I was constantly getting a 24-second tick heal from Yogis and a 24 from Striders, on top of my 33 heal per second passive. That's the only, and then I was popping health pots, which is another like 15.
Dude, like in an average Conquest game, I get like 10k self-healing just from how many fucking chalices I pop. Cause I'm pop. Because I like you yell at me so much, go back. I'm like, I'm fine. It's like, how much gold do you have? 4k? Go the fuck back. Okay.
Yeah, and then with Jacques and his heal, Jacques is the sustained monster. Because Jacques has a heal. That heal at max level is 20 health per 0.5 seconds. So 40 health a second. It's like at max rank is 200 health for the duration of it. And that's enough to get you, or especially in the early game, that level 1, 16 health per second on top of a health pot. That's a good chunk of health.
Oh yeah.
That's the difference. That's not the difference between living or not. That's the difference between another fight or not.
Yeah, it's
So
early game.
when
That's
you finish,
insane.
so when you finish a fight, or when you're popping your 3 in a fight and you're healing through a lot of the damage, and then the fight ends and you pop your chalice and you heal, or you don't use the heal. But
No,
if
yeah,
I were to
I
use the
run
heal
aspect.
again, yeah. But if I were to pop in the heal again, I'm chilling. And then he doesn't need mana because as long as you're landing auto attacks, he's casting for free
Yeah.
and gets a heal off of it. So like he's such a sustained monster, or you build lifesteal on him, so you have potential for sustaining your lifesteal. Like it's easy to forget, you have to go back and buy items. But then you forget that items are your power spikes, and then you take your next 3 fucking fights with no items, and they get rotated on and shit on, and you're like, oh fuck. And then you go back and buy items, but by the time you get back, they've already started the fucking farm, and now they're 2 levels ahead because you've been in lane for so long. They got the reward, the bounty for killing you.
Yeah,
they've got the jungler helping them clear.
That's the
and
biggest
then they go back
problem.
and buy.
That's the biggest problem for me. Like being able to stay in lane so long. That's the biggest problem. Is because when I do die, they get so much shit from killing me because I was in lane so fucking long that they just get a mountain of gold. I was like,
Yeah,
God damn
and when you could be at like, okay, I'm at 2200, I can go finish my item. I'm just going to win lane, let me clear the minions and then back. And then by the time I get back, I should not have missed any farm except for Warhorn. Maybe, and you refuse to give that up.
I was about to be like,
So,
what about my Warhorn?
100%. Well, even in games where you are getting a lot of frags, every time they die, they're going back, and they might come back with a completed item. There's times when you've been in lane, and then you're like, oh, they're just rotating on me and shitting on me, and I pull up your build, and you have half an item.
Because I don't.
And you're like, oh, I have 6k cold in pocket. I'm like, go fucking buy items, you dumb bitch. No wonder you got dumpstered on. No wonder you got dumpstered. You haven't bought an item. It's been 13 minutes and you haven't bought an item yet.
Yeah. It's 100% my fault. Like it's 1000% my fault. And it's like how much gold do you have when you died? 4K, and you just yell at me, and I'm just like, no, I can't even say shit back, because he's got a fucking point. Because if I would have went back, that's an item and a half right there.
Like, that's a big thing, especially in, like, dual lane, where I'm just like, hey, like, I got it back. It's like, I'm on a mana, I got it back. I'm low on HP, I got it back. Like, going back to save your life. Team fight. People refuse to, you are bad on that, but people refuse to leave team fights. You know what's better?
I'm
than
terrible at that shit.
You know what's better than a deicide? Just backing up, refilling your health, and that fight may still be going. You might still be able to get back to it. Just being alive is better than being dead.
Oh no, I am the absolute fucking worst at that shit. If there is a team, if there is a team fight,
hey, I can't fight, I gotta leave, and just leave you guys to die.
Yep.
Well, maybe if you guys left too, you wouldn't have died.
Oh no, like there are so many times where it's like there's a team fight, I can't leave. This must be won.
That fucking Merlin. Hey, back up, back up, back up. And you're just running at him, and you're like, I fucking heard you. I'm like, why are you still running at him then? And then he proceeds to beat the shit out of you.
Because I thought I could take it. And I could not. And you were yelling at me to back up because you knew I couldn't take it.
Devin and I were both yelling at you to back up.
That was just the bloodlust, okay? The red in my eyes.
You were fresh out of solo lane, which you don't have the defense to box Merlin. Or the damage. Yeah, and he could just flicker away.
I know, I wanted it. I got bloodthirsty. God, it will never not be satisfying when I hit a large tree and it just falls down in one chop. That will never not be hot. Thank you, Max Constitution. Every time it happens, it's so fucking satisfying. But I said, we got it back, and it's like, no. If I back, they'll think they're better than me.
Well, sometimes they are.
Yeah, well, sometimes they fucking are, bud. Yeah, otherwise, or you can stay, or you can stay and they can kill you, and then they'll fake it and be right about it.
Sometimes you back and buy an item, and you're still more powerful than them, even when you back. It's crazy.
I watched Mast's Vampiric Sun Wukong last night.
Those are always a good time.
I was just like, this man's a monster. This man is a monster.
And how often did he back at full HP just to pick something up an item?
I never saw that man back fuller than yellow.
Okay, well.
But he was
watching
also,
Vampire Wukong.
I was about to say it's Vampire Wukong, and Mast was just, dude. He was like the Wiggles, the staff. Oh, you can't touch this. And then he would just eagle away, go get his buff, and then he'd come back and just wiggle slam on more people. And I was like, leave that Guan Yu alone.
Yeah, that's for watching for game sense. Watching him play Vampire Wukong is not the best.
It's not the best because like if I'm watching that for game sense, I'm like, God, I back too much.
Yeah. He was literally just fucking flying around and hyper farming that map. I watched that man literally just fucking run at somebody, hit him with the full kit, eagle away, just to run back at him. And he just eagled away to just like immune damage, just to dodge damage.
So Kirito, the other day I was playing Jock, and I don't know why, but I suddenly became racist towards Guan Yu. And every time that there was a Guan Yu against me in the solo lane, like it was in my blood, and it was a mission of life that I had to shit on this man. And there was a match where it was like 5 minutes in, and I was 4-0, and the Guan Yu was 0-4. And Turner's like, "What did that Guan Yu do to you?" I'm like, he's in my lane.
Guan Yu, I feel right now is better in the duo lane.
Yeah, if I also think because it was a Guan Yu, it's like, oh my god, I could actually play. Because if it's a Bellona or a fucking Mulan,
I
ugh.
thought Bologna was fucking dumpster fire right now.
No,
I
no,
don't.
the
So,
fuck she's not.
Classic normal Bellona is a dumpster fire. ADC Bellona is a fucking terrifying monster.
Like
You cannot
if
play
there
her
is-
like you would normally play Bellona. You have to go attack speed.
If there is a
and I'm not saying
Bellona
normal
in the
Bellona,
solo
yeah.
lane, I damn near just be like, guys, I lost lane. I'm just gonna start rotating, cause there is it's over. It is over. Like, cause
Yeah, I've played
ADC
some more Bellona.
Bellona, it's just disgusting. Like, I can't box her at fucking all. Mulan just fucking pulls and pokes me to death.
Most good
there was
Bellonas you're
one
seeing
where
now
there
are
was-
running
there
like
was-
Death Toll.
Yeah, like there was an Artemis in the solo lane. I've never gotten poked so much in my goddamn life. In my goddamn life.
Artemis do be poking.
It was,
This is what you do,
Awful.
Yugi.
but it's what it do, Yugi. It was miserable. And then I had a Cerberus game where I put Thor in the high chair, put the bib on him, and just fed that man. I fed him and fed him and fed him some more. he went like 17 and 5. It was Thor jungle, because I was just like I was just feeding him. Because anytime I would box somebody, he would just come out of the bushes like a goddamn I don't even know, but he was just there, and he would just come out and just help me box, and he would always get the kill because he has more damage than me.
Was
he
that
was
the
like-
game that we were getting shit on bad, and then they grouped up in mid, and all of a sudden they couldn't do anything?
Yes.
Because their Thor was a monster?
And then all of a sudden the stars align and we just started shitting on them.
Wow, they couldn't team fight.
Oh no, so yeah, that was the match where like 1v1s we were getting fucking destroyed. Team fights, I don't know what the fuck happened to them, but they forgot how to play the game.
Yeah, they started the death ball, which caused us all to group up, and they just lost every single fight
And,
from there
and
on
they,
out.
they just they lost everything. Like I don't know what the hell happened to them, but they went from being literal gods to just leaving the keyboard and going to make lunch or something. They just completely forgot how to play. But like if it wasn't a team fight, if it was a 1v1 or a 2v1, you're probably losing. You're probably
Well, they
fucking
had-
losing.
If I remember it right, it was like Fenrir support. There was a Thor, Fenrir support, and Anubis. Like, they just had a real squishy fucking team. And then
It
we kind
was-
of got our power spikes and fought in mid lane, and it was all over. They got comfortable, that's what happened to them.
That
They're like,
is
we're winning.
what happened to them.
They had a lot of early game scare.
Alright. How much? Okay, so I'm almost at the amount of weird wood I would like. Because my engineering is 123, and that needs to go up 27 goddamn levels.
Yep. You know there are calculators that can calculate how much shit you need to go to the next like tier of shit.
Math isn't real.
God damn it. Look what you've done.
I didn't do nothing.
You did.
You casually happen to talk about something I'm passionate about. Math not real.
Well, actually, it's not that serious, so you shouldn't care about it that much.
It was such a fucking pet peeve.
Yeah, the thing that almost every rant of anyone ever is. You rant about pet peeves. You rant about shit that annoys you. It doesn't have to be important or serious all the goddamn time. A rant's a rant.
I rant about how good the Space Wolves are, but people don't understand them.
You mean space Viking werewolves?
Yes, which is terrible. I hate it.
What? It's the
It should
coolest
either be
thing
Space
ever.
Vikings or Space Werewolves. I don't like the combo.
I think it's great. It's two things that I think are awesome put together and then in space.
Well, in the early books for the Horus Heresy, it's done very poorly. In the even earlier books of their lore books, it's done really well. Because if you read a Dan Abnett book, the Space Wolves are just like a bunch of naked dudes wearing pelts, sitting in dark caves, eating food with their fingers out of bowls. Like running around on all fours and pissing on the walls and shit. It's weird.
What the fuck?
I'm only half joking.
I was about to say,
They don't run around
I
on all fours.
mean, you do if you're a space Viking wolf.
Written by Dan Abnett. Then if you go ahead and read another Space Wolf book in the same series that's not by Dan Abnett, they're awesome.
So,
They're
they're
cool
awesome.
as fuck.
Yeah, so they don't suck. Dan Abnett does.
No, Dan Abnett's a phenomenal writer. I just don't think he really understood the Space Wolves all that much.
Or just didn't care.
Or didn't care. Well, because part of the thing with the Horus Heresy is that they want to show how different they were during 30k to how they are now in 40k. And current 40k is they are very much space Vikings who happen to turn into werewolves, but that's still a very bad thing if it happens. Where in 30k, they've kind of mixed the two together. Like, there's an established book in, like, 96 that says the transition to werewolf takes decades. Dan Abnett wrote them in such a way that every single Space Wolf is already halfway through that transition.
Oh.
Because he describes them to have, like, elongated snout-like faces and big, like, and stuff like that. That only happens during the transition to Wolfen, and that transition takes decades for it to happen.
So.
But he wrote, like, the yellow eyes. Dan Abnett has, every single Space Wolf has wolf eyes. They don't start getting those wolf eyes until they're transitioning into a Wolfen already. It's one of the first thing that happens.
Oh, so he literally did not understand the Space Wolves.
Yes, straight up.
'Cause he's
it feels
literally
more like he
writing
wrote
shit
the
out of
Space
order.
Wolf. He literally feels like he wrote them entirely off of memes.
Off of me.
Like, he just read a bunch of memes and then wrote the book.
Is there a way to stop the Wolfen process, or is it inevitable?
It's not inevitable it will happen, but if it starts, it's inevitable. If it begins.
Oh, okay, so it can be prevented, but if it starts, it just, that's it.
Yeah.
It's like
It's just- it's part-
you become Wolfen now.
The two genes with massive flaws are both the gene seed that work off a mutation. And because part of that mutation process is they literally get a second soul, that soul can take over. So they're in a constant state of trying to fend off the beast's soul. And if they lose control, then the beast will start to take over and you start to become
And then
more like
you-
the beast itself.
And that's the process of becoming a Wolfen.
Yes. The process, you are most susceptible to the process during your early changes, and that's most likely if they show up, you will be executed. So
Oh.
during the process,
Oh.
the initial mutation process, everybody in the class drinks and they get tossed into a fucking dungeon. And if they start to mutate into a wolfen, they get executed on the spot. Those who don't and they stay completely sane then go through the rest of their trials. And the second time they're most susceptible is during the trials. They get flown off into the frozen wastelands and dropped off completely naked, and they have to make their way back. If they don't make it back, well, odds are they're gonna die.
Well,
And sometimes the act of surviving in the wilderness causes them to change into a wolfen.
start to wolfen.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like.
In which case, they will be hunted down and executed.
It seems like the people that I like would be the people that I would about 95% not make it.
However,
I don't like my
comma,
odds.
perfect.
I don't like my odds.
If you are a full-blown space marine and you start to mutate into a wolfen, odds are you have such a good handle on it. It does take decades. And the 13th company, the Lost 13th company, is made up entirely of the wolfen.
Yeah, of wolfen.
Yeah. Those guys don't get executed. Usually, if you make it to full-on space marine, and usually most blood claws, if they don't, are turned into a wolfen because blood claws are the most susceptible to it. Gray hunters, if gray hunters start to exhibit wolfen traits, odds are they'll just have to hide it.
Oh.
And most of them will die before they ever even go full wolfen.
I'd want to be a space wolf. You wouldn't make it. Oh, well, okay.
Yeah. No. There's
Yeah,
a reason they only recruit from Fenris.
The odds of you making it are
Of becoming
so...
any Space Marine chapter are slim to none.
No, yeah, but I feel like that one's... I feel like the deck is a little stacked against you.
So not only do you have to die in, or almost die in battle, but you have to do it so well you impress the Space Wolves that are scouting. So usually when there's major battles happening, a Space Wolf priest will show up and he'll just watch. And then they'll pick out the ones that they think that are good candidates and then literally revive you from the dead. And by that I mean basic first aid. And save your life.
And by that I mean basic first aid.
Yeah, and they'll save their lives. Then they take them to a camp, and they go to that camp. They pretty much go through basic training. That basic training involves learning how to fight better than you already know how to fight, hunting for your own food, climbing icy mountains and waterfalls and shit. Just a bunch of stuff designed to get you killed. And if you manage to live through all that, then you get to show up to the ET, go through a bunch of more tests, like they go into your mind with psychers and try to actively tempt you into joining chaos. If they manage to not either go completely insane, have your brain turn to mush, or turn to chaos, you then go through like just a lot more training.
You go on to phase 3.
Yeah, you then go through a lot more training, and if you pass that, which is usually kind of more chill, then you drink out of the cup. And then you start to violently and painfully mutate, in which case you feel your soul being ripped in half, and the spirit of the beast show up. And then you then have to not only continue to grow from a normal person to full Space Marine size the entire time, you have the beast constantly trying to take you over. And if you survive that without transforming, getting executed, or murdered by other people also transforming, then you can now go through Space Marine training, where you go through all your actual training and get the rest of your organs. Yeah, this is where you start to get your extra organs and all your other augmentations and your training. And if those that doesn't kill you or the training doesn't kill you. The simple fact that they make you clean your bolter before they teach you how to clean your bolter may just mean you blow your fucking head off with a round. Because these are people who've never seen a gun in their life, but they have to clean their bolt pistol without ever getting the psycho conditioning training of how to properly perform maintenance on their weapon.
So they might just blow their fucking head off.
Yeah, literally, Ragnar's group loses a couple guys to cleaning his bolt pistol and another guy for not throwing a grenade because he didn't understand that if you activate the grenade, it'll blow up.
It'll blow up if you don't throw it.
So he literally sets the fuse and then it's just like looking at it and fucking blows himself up. Because he sets it for like 1 second and then it explodes in his hand.
Attaboy.
Oh yeah. Then if you survive all of that, then you get your black carapace and your armor, and you get to be a Space Marine.
Woo! So if you're part of the 0.001%, you too get to be a Space Marine.
Yep. I think 8 people of Ragnar's like 40-some managed to stay alive and pass. And that's just the Space Wolves. And theirs is kind of mild compared to other people's process. The Blood Angels.
Yeah.
Because the Blood Angels use prepubescent boys. I think Ragnar was like 17 when he was picked up. Full-grown ass men can be Space Wolves. Most other chapters they have to be prepubescent. So the Blood Angels take a bunch of 12-year-olds and put them in a fight to the death with each other. And then if they live through all the training and basic combat training and testing and fitness stuff, if you survive the fight to the death, then you get to go through another test. And if you pass that test, you get given a couple of surgeries and ejections and locked in a coffin filled with blood for a year while you violently mutate into a Space Marine. And that whole time, the spirit of Sanguinius is essentially you are replaying Sanguinius' death like over and over again for an entire year. And most of them fall to the Black Rage and come out just vampire rage monsters and get immediately executed. In which case, they go through. So, most Space Marines, like when they become neophytes, the 2 mutation processes are different. So most Space Marines are like, hey, 13-year-old boy, you kill real good. We're gonna come do a bunch of stuff to you. And then you become a Space Marine. And then you serve, most of the neophytes actually become Scout Marines through most of their training.
Mm-hmm.
While they get all of their augmentations and surgeries and shit. So most Space Marines start off as like a 12-year-old in a giant's body. But over the course of like 50 years, the average Space Marine spends about 50 years in the Scout Marines while they're getting all their training and surgeries.
That's crazy.
So by the time a full Space Marine is a full Space Marine, they're like 65.
They're like 65, 70.
Yeah.
But they look like they're like a giant 24-year-old man.
Yep.
I like it. Now it's time to get a fuck ton of aged wood. I love chopping trees. But at least I have all the weird wood that I'm gonna grab for right now because I got almost 2,100 of it, which I feel like is a decent number. I'm still gonna stop. So Kirito, what are you up to?
I'm doing a Merc run.
You poor bastard. You do those like every single day.
Because they're daily. I would do them more often if I could.
What are you trying? What are you farming for?
My armor set.
Oh, so I don't have to do tier 3 mutations? Fuck yeah.
I mean, I wasn't gonna make you do that regardless. I mean, we'll see where the wind takes us.
I don't know about that.
I only need one piece from that.
Yeah, and how long did it take him to get one piece from the dungeon he was doing?
Oh, he also didn't look at his inventory and see that it could be purple.
Well, then he only had 2.
Yeah, no, but even then, I still didn't have any. I still had
Well,
never gotten
got
it.
rid of them. No, you said you could craft like 2 of them, didn't you?
Well, yeah, but then I learned that once you do the dungeon, you know how to craft everything from that dungeon at the kiln, whether you've gotten it or not.
And it's just super expensive to make.
Yeah. Super expensive.
Like you need.
It's 3,500 materia per item, and if you get gold rank on the cash at the end,
You get
on your reward screen,
125.
get 125. Would you let me talk? You fucking jump into conclusions,
He likes to be
bitch.
useful. He just wants to help. He's like a 4-year-old where they just get in your way, but they're trying to help you do dishes, but they're just like running around your feet and reaching into shit.
Spoken from experience.
Yeah, there's a 4-year-old in the house.
As a 4-year-old,
Yeah. So you
Well, in
have
October.
you got to do like 35 runs to afford one piece. Oh,
Is it?
and if you craft the item that way, there's dogs, very angry puppers.
Yes.
If you craft the item that way, you don't get to pick the final perk like you normally would. Whenever if you get it naturally and then craft it into its like gear 700 form, you get to pick the final perk. If you craft it using materia, you don't get to pick the perk, it's just random. So you did all of that to possibly get one with the final perk that's ass. Yeah, let me go ahead and level up this harvesting too, because that also needs to get up to 150, because fuck me.
Hey, Devin is having a time of need and you guys are ignoring him.
What?
I don't know.
is that his message like an hour ago that you're talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah, he says I want to kill myself.
Nobody said anything about it.
I said, what am I gonna do?
Obviously, get a ticket to Texas, and I don't know.
What is it? It's like, I hope you fail so I can go to your funeral, or I hope you succeed so I can go to your funeral, or some shit like that.
No, it's I hope I go to your funeral knowing I could have changed that outcome.
Yeah.
Can't wait for you to call me so I can ignore you.
I hope it sucks whatever you're going through.
Can you just be there for me? No, hope it sucks whatever you're going through. Hope it mostly scars you. I want to go to your funeral knowing I could change that outcome. It's like, oh my god. Oh, I found a honey tree. Didn't know those were a thing I could find. Well, on that note, I'm gonna go wrap up the stream and put some food in the microwave because I am fucking starving. So, Thanks everybody for
Are you
hanging
starving?
out. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the stuff. If you did, feel free to follow the Twitch, the YouTubes, the TikToks, the Kicks, all the goddamn places I do the damn thing. And I will see you guys tomorrow for either New World or Smite, depending on what the mutation dungeons roll.